If y'all can hear me, give me some hearts. It says my live is paused. Is it good over there?
It's good over here. Yeah, it's good over here.
All right, I'm gonna try it one more time. It might be, it might be my service. Let's see. Okay, there we go.
Yep.
How you feeling? I just want, I'm back. Want to have a little bit of conversations with y'all. If y'all hear me, please send some hearts.
Yeah, you good.
Oh, snap behind the bar. What's up? Long time no see. Y'all can't hear me? Oh, okay. You can hear me now. Okay. I got these cards here. Shout out to Roxy for leaving her cards, her relationship debates cards. Y'all know I like to have relationship debates. I like to have debates, period.
Oh yeah, we didn't know that.
First of all, I wanna make a disclaimer. I was called a card holding man hater on Facebook, right?
Yeah, that sounds
I
about
think I
right.
told them no, that's not about right, preach. I was called the
Mm.
card holder,
Listen,
right?
you don't like men.
Right. Apparently, I don't like
No,
men, but every man who knows me knows that I love men because I love them, right? I love you,
you
preach,
have a
right?
weird way of showing it. In
I
all
have a
fairness.
weird way of showing my love because it's not all happy go lucky and like, oh my God, and like lovey dovey, but y'all clearly feel the love because y'all don't leave me. Y'all still my friends.
Barely,
Barely.
barely,
Wow.
barely.
Y'all still my friends. So clearly I'm doing something right. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm, mm,
Am I
mm,
not?
mm, mm.
Everybody love me. Hi. Who else is here? Dark Queen. Hey, Drew. Drew, baby. So, one thing I wanted to talk about that came up is the idea of waiting for sex. That's just one topic, right? Because I went live one time and we was just talking about random things and they were just like, because I was like, sex shouldn't be the primary thing. Like, intimacy is a real thing, and intimacy is not just sexual. Intimacy is cuddling. Intimacy is like just deep conversations. Intimacy is laughing, joking, talking about your fears, like just really getting in depth with things outside of sexual intercourse. That's just one little form of intimacy, right? And somebody was like, "Well, what if you like if what if you wait and then the sex is trash?" Right? And I said, "Well, if the sex is trash, then that might be a you problem. You might need to question the situation because if you to me, if you wait a long time, right, and you really getting to know somebody and you're really sharing intimacy, you gonna feel that sexual tension, right? You're gonna feel, and that sexual tension and that connection is what makes sex passionate, correct? So if you wait and the sex is trash, isn't that kind of a you problem? Maybe you missed a step. Maybe there's a disconnect there. Am I bugging?
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel that way. Like the only way sex could be trash is if the connection isn't what you trying to make the connection to be.
How long you making them wait?
It don't matter how long you making them wait.
Of
If
course, it
that
matters how long you making them wait.
moment, if I don't think if that's all that person is thinking about is having sex, then and they get bored with the connection, and then y'all have sex, then of course there's still a disconnect there. No matter how you slice it, it's still gonna come out to be the same
But
proportion.
sex is part of the whole. It's the whole package. You got to admit that it's not just.
What you mean it's the whole package?
It's part. It's a major part of the package. Whether
I feel
it's
like people make it a major part of the package. I
so
feel
you
like
could be
there's
in a.
so many other things to worry about. I'm not saying that sex shouldn't be. Like people misconstrue when I say things like that. I'm not saying that sex shouldn't be a part of the package. I feel like people put so much emphasis on sex that it like negates everything else that comes into play within a relationship or situationship or whatever type of dynamic that you have, because you solely focused on the physicality of the situation. Like I've heard people, and this is men and women, like this is not just women, like I mean not just men, but I've heard people say like I lost my train of thought that
No,
fast. But
in terms of making them wait.
yeah, like in terms of making them wait. I mean, I don't believe people put timestamps on things. People put amounts. People put numbers on things that I feel like it shouldn't be. I feel like if it comes naturally, it comes naturally. Like if
Nice.
you have sex on the first date, then you have sex on the first date. I don't think that should determine whether you a hoe or not. If you moving hoish, then that's a different story. But like if you, let's say you talk to somebody for like 6 months and then y'all finally see each other and y'all have sex.
Right.
But y'all got to know each other 6 months before y'all actually met each other, and then it just so happened that y'all met each other, might have had tension or whatever, and y'all had sex.
Yeah, but you're talking as if that's a long distance relationship type of situation. Where
No, not a long distance relationship. You could live down the block, but y'all just chose, maybe, who knows what happened, like the links just
Listen,
didn't come.
what you're talking about is young people shit. Like, you have a point. But as you get older up in age, we ain't got time for that shit. Like, within...
But why?
Because I understand what you're saying in terms of, okay, look, you're not just trying to give yourself out there and your energy out there to just owe anybody, all right? But if you are getting along with somebody for, let's say, a two-month period, right? And you really like this person, I think you're diminishing the quality of what sex is or the connection between you two when it comes to the physical. So let's say you guys have a great connection, but then after 2 months you guys finally have sex and it's trash, or he's not in sync with you physically. Now what? Are you just going to be like, oh, well, no, well, we get along, we're good, and it's fine.
I
we'll
feel
we're
like,
perfectly fine.
but
We'll
regardless of
fine.
how good or how not good the sex is the first time,
Forget the first time.
like, cause that's what it is. Like when you, cause that first time is usually
It's
the
always-
weird
it's
time.
always
It's
awkward.
weird. It's
Always
awkward.
awkward.
It's weird. No matter how good it is, it's always awkward. That's like the initiation. It's either somebody doing too much or somebody, or it's just some, like you just retracting or whatever it is. Like it's usually just that weirdness because y'all trying to find y'all flows or trying to figure out the flow of things, right? But I feel like sex is teachable though.
Even when it comes to the package?
I don't feel like the package really has anything to do with, like,
Oh,
all right,
man,
you can't,
You've been part of these group chats, bro. Like,
right, but you
okay.
you can't really, some people, they just don't got it, okay? Like, some people, they just don't got it. That's just what it is. They not blessed with the finesse. They just don't got it. No matter how big your package or how small your package
Right.
is, you just don't have it. But I do believe that when it comes to connection, there are things there where you can find the rhythm if you really pay attention and you really have conversations, which I think people need to do more. I think people really just need to have those sexual conversations where you are trying to understand that person and that person is trying to understand you, what you like, what you don't like, whatever it is, or what we could compromise with, whatever. Like, people aren't having those conversations and then they're wondering why their sex is like they're not being fulfilled or whatever it is, because you're not telling somebody how to please you.
Right, but
You get what I'm saying? But I feel like sex is teachable. You might have been with somebody who likes anal, and then you get with somebody and you going into the situation from your past situation, and this person might not like anal.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? They might not like that. So
Hey, but you know, it's like it's a far.
I'm being,
Yeah, I understand what
I'm
you're
just,
doing. I
so
understand.
I'm like going
You're
far.
taking it there.
Yeah, I'm taking
All
it
right,
there.
we're taking it there.
I'm taking it there. But like, I just feel like that's what it is. What y'all think? Because I don't see nobody. I see people joining, but I don't see nobody commenting.
Everybody's saying they love you, but not. I think
Really?
they're-
I love you guys too. I
Yeah.
love y'all too.
But I think they all know the same thing too.
Right? How do y'all feel? How do y'all feel about waiting for sex?
Okay, so somebody like you,
Mm-hmm.
while they answer up. So you don't have a time frame on how long you're making somebody wait.
When I feel right, that's my time frame. There isn't like 2 months, 3 months, 1 week, 1 day, whatever. Like, it isn't that. I might not, like, I mean, initially, if I don't know you, I'm not even thinking about that. Like, I'm just getting to know who you are or whatever. I don't go into anything wanting to, like, just blink, like, ooh, I want to fuck him. Let me talk to him. Like, my mind doesn't think that way. Not saying that I've never, like, my ex, you know what I mean? Everything moved fast with him, but we were together for 6 years, so it all worked out.
So
But
somebody said it doesn't matter. It could be the first night.
it can be. But some people feel like, oh, if I have sex with him the first night, then he gonna think I'm a hoe, whatever. It don't matter whether you
Nah.
have sex with him the first night or 6 months later, because a lot of times, if a guy want to stay, he gonna stay. If he don't, he's not. No matter how long you make him wait, whatever it is, if he has a goal, and women could think this way too, but it's mostly men. If somebody has, like, if their goal is to just have sex with you, then that's what it is. Like, no matter whether you have sex with them the first night or you have sex with them 6 months from now or 2 weeks from now. So
Yeah, but yeah. By the way, you could wait 6 months and still be a hoe. Like,
right,
you know what I mean?
right. You
That's
can
a
wait
fact.
6 months and still that means nothing.
You can
Like,
still be a
it really
slut.
doesn't, and that's why I said, like, the time frame thing to me, like, people put numbers on everything. People put numbers on dating. People put numbers on, like, oh, he got to spend this amount of money or blah 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 blah. Or people put time frames on things. Like, the time frame means nothing.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, I suggest you get to know somebody a little bit. You get what I'm saying? Get to know somebody a little bit. You don't know. You might be exchanging energy with a stone cold serial killer. But
Facts.
because he was attractive, you just wanted to, you know what I mean, do it.
There's nothing wrong with that, yo.
I mean, it isn't. Like I said, listen.
But listen,
I'm no judge. By all means, I am an unbiased person. I mean, I have my views and I have my opinions, but when it comes to certain things, whatever feels right, feels right. Go with the flow. Become the flow, then create your own current.
not to use you as an example, but have you ever experienced like the urge to give it up the first date?
Have I ever experienced the urge of giving up the first date?
Giving it up on the first date.
No, I have.
Okay.
But I was getting to know that person for a couple of
Oh,
months.
so it was the first time you guys had ever gone out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We wound up dealing with each other. You know what I
Okay.
mean? You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, yeah. But it
Yeah, that's a little
wasn't.
bit
I never
different.
had a one night stand though.
Oh no, I mean, well,
I never had a one night stand where, like, I meet somebody, we just meet, we have sex, and then we go about our business.
Right.
Like, I never had that experience.
no, I mean,
I don't
like,
want it. Quite honestly, I don't, like, that's not fun for me.
Right.
So, like, that's not an experience. Like, oh my god, I feel like that's something on my bucket list. Like, no, I don't even like people half the time. So,
that's a big fact.
like, I
You
don't
like
even like
nobody.
people. So,
You don't like anybody, bro. That's a fact. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
I like
think-
people as friends, but it takes a lot for me. Like, the thing is, I can find you attractive, right? I can find you attractive, but I look at certain things. Certain people will catch my attention, and certain people don't. That's why when things don't work, I just be like, why did God even let me like them? Like, I don't even understand why
That's
God would
fine.
let me like you. I guess there's a lesson between that.
We make mistakes.
In that. I mean, was it really a mistake or a learning experience? Sometimes you got to lose the battles to win the war.
Somebody said, God bless, hold on. You never had a you never had a hit and run.
God bless, hold on. You never had a hit or
Oh,
run?
okay.
No. Meaning, like, a one night stand? Is that what you're talking about? No.
Never came close.
No. I went to years ago, maybe like 2009, I'm going to say. Yeah, I went to Miami. My cousin, she lives out there. And I always go to Miami by myself. Like, it's just easy. My cousin lives out there, so, like, but I go there by myself. Like, that's like my home away from home where I want to clear my head.
Okay.
I go to Miami or I go to California. One or the other.
Okay.
But usually when I go to California, I'm with my bros or whatever. They just allow me to be me. But I go to Miami by myself. And I was, my cousin was working at one of the hotels by the beach. And I was just there eating. And some guy came up to me from London. Accent was fire. Like, I love me a London accent. Like, what? I love me a London accent was fire. And he was talking to me or whatever. And then, he just cut to the chase and he was just like, you want to hook up or whatever. And I was just like, nah, I'm not like that. Like, you know what I mean? And he was just like, okay. He left it alone. He walked away.
I
Like, that's just
respect
what
that
it
man,
was.
though. I
Yeah.
respect that man. Yeah,
Listen,
that was fire.
I
Respect
don't
that.
find, I don't get offended very easily. So, like, that didn't offend me. Like, you telling me what you want. All right, cool. You giving me the option to choose. But I was just like, nah, I'm good.
Yo, this comment section is crazy.
What they saying?
They say you getting thicker and finer.
Oh my God. Can we stick, like, listen to what I'm saying? Listen to what I'm saying. Focus on the message, not the messenger.
I think a lot of these guys are like, yo, if she met me, we'd do a one night stand, or she'd fall for me the first night.
No. I mean, but
I know Georgie. Like,
but
I don't think it's gonna go down.
people have this thing where it's just like, I know I could get her, right?
Yeah.
And by all means, you get what I'm saying? Listen, I'm not. It's funny because, like, I could talk about stuff. I could sit here and I could tell y'all about me all day, but y'all still would never know about me. That's the crazy thing. Like, it be like, you ever see that meme where it be like the woman who talks, she overshares, but you still don't know who she is? That's me.
Pretty much.
That's pretty much, like, I'm you know what I mean, I adjust and I adapt. But
Making them wait.
who?
No, I'm just saying in general, the topic, making them wait.
Making them wait. Yeah, I just feel like if you wait and the sex is trash, like trash, it's because the connection wasn't there, or maybe you lost your rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Like,
people crazy, man.
What
So
they
somebody,
saying?
so some Dame,
I'm not bisexual.
No, yeah, we're not yet. He said, Dame said, I feel like she's an asshole and hard to get, but once you get her, you got her.
I'm not hard to get though.
You probably gotta define get.
Let me. I could break this down, right? I am y'all know I love zodiacs, right?
Oh Lord.
I am a Libra rising, and I am on the cusp of Scorpio. So I am the last day of Libra, and let's just say going into Scorpio, I am an Aries rising, and I am an Aquarian moon, right?
Okay.
And risings is your ego and how you present yourself to the world. Of course, your sun sign is, who you are. And your moon sign is basically how you deal with your emotions. If you know any Aquarians, if you know them, you know that they are very logical. You know what I mean? They are intellectuals. So, like, people come to me, they confuse what I do with who I am. You know what I mean? And I think that's where people mess up with people, period. You see people on social media and you confuse what they do with who they are.
Well, maybe not what you do, but the industry you're in.
What you do with who you are. Either way, you break it down. Whether if you look at me and you be like, oh, she's in the entertainment industry, she must be like this. You're looking at what I do and you're assessing my personality, or you're assessing that based off of the environment that I'm in. But you got to understand that a work environment is different than a personal environment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am stern and I am strong and I appear.
You're not an asshole.
I'm not an asshole unless I need to be. I'm only an asshole when people make me an asshole. I'm a person who I'm going to reciprocate your energy the way I want to. So I'm on whatever type of time you on. But if you know me, or anybody who knows me, they know I'm shy. You know what I mean? They know that I'm a sweetheart. I'm a good friend. I'm here for you. I listen to you. Like, I'm very sensual. I'm very loving. I mean, I'm a mom of 2 boys. Like, I gotta
That
be.
is one thing I do agree with that one person did say.
What?
They said, I feel like you can't win an argument with her. And that's a fact.
You can't.
Absolutely not.
You cannot.
Even if she loses, she winning. Like,
Right.
it
You
doesn't
cannot.
matter. Like, there's no way you can. You might as well just be like,
Yes. What's his name? Josh. Jose Lewis. Yes, I am very opinionated.
Oh Lord.
I tell people in a minute, I am very opinionated.
Big facts. Oh my God.
I am very opinionated.
Yeah.
And I'm not easily manipulated. So I'm very strong in my views, and I'm very strong. And that me being strong in my views doesn't mean that I don't respect yours. But unless you can break down why what I view as such or whatever, my views are wrong or whatever, unless you could break down why your way of doing things is better than my way of doing things, you might as well just be quiet.
Aquarius energy.
Like, you might as well be quiet.
Aquarius energy.
It is. I mean, my dad's in Aquarius, my sister's in Aquarius, and I'm in Aquarius moon, but I'm a Libra.
No, there's nothing wrong with being an opinion. She's very opinionated. And yeah, you're not going to win a fight. An argument.
You
rather.
won't.
Rather.
But why? Like,
what do you mean,
because
why?
I'm going to make it make sense. I only argue things that I feel like I know. If I don't know it, I'm not going to say anything. Like, I'm not opposed to saying, you know what, I was wrong. I apologize. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can apologize if I was wrong. I can say that I was wrong if I was wrong, but if I don't feel like I was wrong, then I'm not going to. Sometimes it's not even a point of wrong or right, but people try to make it that it's a choice.
Let's make an estimate. Out of every disagreement you've ever had, how many times were you wrong?
Out of every disagreement, if I had 10,
we're gonna do a ratio.
If I had 10 debates,
yes, how many times were you wrong in the
once.
debate? Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that shit. I knew you were gonna say that shit.
Once.
Unbelievable. Yeah, pretty much. Meanwhile, the other person was like, "Nah, I got a few of those." And in your mind, you're like, "Nah."
You know, it's funny when I come across people who, like, their whole goal is to, like, win when it comes to me, and they can't let it go. Like, no matter what, if they lost, like, they got to keep going. They got to keep going. I'm like, just leave it alone, but they can't leave it alone. Like, they got to keep going. And every angle they go, I go around it.
Pretty much.
Like, every angle, like, I go around it. You know, I can only speak for myself, though.
But the comment section, what do y'all feel about waiting? I mean, waiting for intimacy.
Right.
What is?
We always want to talk about me. I don't want to talk about me.
Yeah. What's the range of how long you're waiting? Are you willing to have somebody wait? You know, it's. I guess it's a safe space, no judgment.
Hold on. Organic Brownie said we are every sign, just at different times and in different moments. No, we aren't. You got to look at your chart. We are not every sign in different times and different moments. There are certain signs. There's certain astrological alignments that transpire and take place when you are born, and not every sign is in your chart. Some people have a lot of fire in their chart. Some people have earth. Like, I have a lot of earth. I don't have a lot of earth. I have like two earth placements. I have a lot of air and fire. I feel like I have more air and fire, and I have like 3 water placements. And they all Scorpio. They all Scorpio placements. But anyway, I'm about to get into these cards in a little bit. You know what else, Preach? And people who are listening, I've really been trying to work on my communication.
Okay.
I'm a person who's always in their head, and sometimes that transpires in my thought process, but I'm trying to be a better communicator. Like, I'm trying to be a better listener. Like, there are different communication techniques, I guess, or ways. So, like, I noticed that when I'm communicating, or when I'm talking to my friends, or if I'm talking to anybody, I tend to revert back to myself, just to show that that they're not alone. That
you can relate.
And that I can relate. But sometimes that could be misconstrued as, like, I'm not listening, or I'm not paying attention to them. I'm making it about me. When I'm not actually making it about me, I'm trying to relate. So I'm working on, like, asking people that I talk to, like, what's a better, like, how do you feel like you're heard when somebody is, like, when you're conversing with somebody? Like, how do you need to feel? How do you need to, what do you need a person that you're having a conversation with? What do you need them to do for you to feel like you're heard?
So obviously, it's the follow-up.
Like how?
If I'm telling you, all right, so if, for instance, if I'm giving you a story or are giving you a scenario in my life for just a crazy situation that had happened, and you're following up in between by saying, well, what were you doing there, or what time of day it was, or how were you feeling that day, or did you do that, or whatever. Just something that shows that you're actually engaged with the conversation, as opposed to just being like, uh-huh, oh, word.
See that, and that's the thing, because I feel like if I do that, like I know how to listen, right? And don't get me wrong, sometimes I have ADD, so sometimes I go in and out,
Right.
and I don't do it on purpose. That's just my brain. Like I can't even control that. Like sometimes I don't even realize I'm doing it. Like I go in and out, but um, I don't like when I'm having a conversation and somebody just go, oh.
Word.
Like I feel like it's just like, what the fuck I'm talking to you for?
Right.
You know what I mean? So
You're feeling dismissed a bit. Yeah.
not that I'm feeling dismissed. It's just like I'm having a conversation with you because I'm looking for feedback. Like me and my sister, we do that, like, cause she has a tendency of going, oh. And to her, it's like I'm showing you that I'm listening to you, and I'm like, yeah, but I need you to say something. So even
But they're listening.
Right. And with her, I have a tendency of when she speaks to me, I go into straight, well, what are you going to do about it? Well, so how you going to solve that or whatever? Or, this is like, maybe you need to work on this or whatever. And sometimes she don't want to hear that. So what we do is before we even get into a conversation, we like voice what we need. Like, I'll be like, all right, so I don't need you to do this, but I need you to, like, give me some feedback after I finish.
That's good.
Or she'll come and she'll be like, I'm not looking for you to tell me what to do.
I
just need you to listen right now. Right. So, like,
that's a fact.
Yeah, like, we gotta do that.
That's 100% fact. And so what are you doing to improve on that?
Asking the people that I talk to, like, how can I be a better listener to you? Like, what do I need to do for you to understand, for you to feel heard?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because everybody has different ways in which they want to feel heard. What's that say? She wants to have diatribes, which most people she want as well. What's happening here? You reading?
I don't know.
As above, so below sounds good, but when have you ever gone past 40 to 50,000 feet up to know what's going on up there? What the hell? Y'all having conversations, seek to understand rather than primarily
talking about
want
constellation, moons, and quasars right
understand.
now. So you opened up the whole
astrology
thing, man. Now it's like,
who created the charts? Who created the months? Those things are opinions. They are not opinions. Like, that's like saying that like energy is an opinion. Who created air? How are you breathing? Like, you don't see it.
That is a good question, though. Who came up with the
Mayans?
Oh, okay.
I mean, who created westernized? Like, I feel like they control our time, but that's another story. I don't want to get into that.
The idea of astrology and the traits of astrology, and
it goes back to different. It's the same thing about constellations and how people, like, back before there were maps and stuff like that, people used constellations to navigate, to know what was north, south, east, west, right? If y'all want to add, if like these questions y'all have, won't y'all do the research? All right, but I want to get into these. I want to get into these cards. Let's get into the cards.
Oh boy.
What?
I don't like the cards.
Why you don't like the cards?
The cards
it's just conversation.
It's just dilemma, man.
It's not a dilemma. Let me see what this card is.
Dilemma.
A couple is staying in a relationship because of the kids. Is this noble or foolish?
Ooh, that's a very good question.
Y'all listening? A couple is staying in a relationship because of the kids. Is this noble or foolish? Explain. You go first, Preach.
I consider it noble. It's for the simple fact that we all have seen situations of seeing kids without their parents together. See, I think it all depends on what the relationship between the parents are. If it's toxic where they're constantly fighting with one another in front of the kids, and y'all staying together but still arguing and and being abusive or just toxic in front of the kids, then I would say no. Like, get out of the situation. But if you guys can respectfully coexist in the same space and understand that, all right, we don't need to, there's no intimacy, there's no none of that. We're just here just so that, you know, we're raising our kids to a certain age, and then, you know, then we'll move on when the time is right. Then I consider it noble. But I think you can't really give a specific answer just because you have to kind of know the situation. If it's a toxic situation, then I don't think it's noble at all. You got to get the up out of there. Like, chill out. Like I said, me and you both personally, everybody knows people out there who have come from a toxic parental situation, and they were like, yo, y'all should have just broken up, or y'all should have just left the house years ago. We'll visit. It's fine. Like, we'll coexist. And then you see situations where, you know, they may not be getting physical. They're not in love with one another, but they have love for one another. And they have love for the foundation of family, so they would stay together. So I don't think you can say either or without understanding what the situation is.
Yeah. I hate these type of questions. Is it this or is it this?
James said, I did it. I felt noble initially, but afterwards, when it didn't work, I felt foolish.
I don't think it ever works, though.
What do you mean ever works?
Staying in a relationship because of the kids, I think it causes resentment. I think, especially if you don't want to be there, I think it causes, it holds, it puts a hold on your happiness. I think that if you learn how to co-parent well, I think that it will be way better than you staying in a place that you don't want to be. Do I think it's foolish? Kinda. And the reason why I'm gonna just say kinda because, like you said, it's a case by case basis. But I just feel like I'm not saying that you're not supposed to live for your kids, but what I feel like what you're doing is you're showing your kids that you gotta compromise your happiness for what exactly?
But let's build on the scenario. So it's okay. Let's say it's two parents who are not in love with one another. Now, let's say they do have an understanding of, okay, well, I'm going to start dating now. I'm not going to bring them here. I'm not going to bring them into my home. But I'm going to go explore, because you can't shut that down. You can't shut down, you know, feelings for other people while you're out there. So fair is fair. So there has to be a mutual understanding, like, yo, all right, well, we're not together. We're just here for the kids. But understand that I might entertain other relationships.
Right.
Okay? That has to be an agreement.
Right.
So that's part of it. But like
it causes
just
complications.
Like what Dame said, like children, I feel like it's a lot beneficial when both parents are in the children's home.
It is beneficial when both parents are in a children's home, but sometimes you cause a misunderstanding when it comes to certain things because you staying together for the sake of the kids, right? Mm-hmm. But now, once again, you're restricting yourself, right? Family structure is family structure. Everything doesn't work out, right? Mm-hmm. We want everything to work out. We hope and pray. Well, the majority of us, not everybody, but, you know, we hope and pray that everything works out with us and our partners. We want the forever. We have kids because we want the forever. Most of us,
right.
Most of us, mm-hmm. Not all of us, but most of us, we want the forever, right? And sometimes it doesn't work out that way. But now, even in having that agreement, right? Let's say you have that agreement that y'all both, you know, we're staying together in this household for the sake of the kids, right? Mm-hmm. To do it the family way. Right. But I'm going to date other people.
Right.
Now, that's not that restricts the person that you're dealing with. Because what if your person wants it to be a mutual situation? That's baggage. Yeah, and the kids aren't baggage, but what you have is baggage because now I have to wait for you to do certain things. Now you say, I can't spend a night at your house. I can't come to you. You got to come to me all the time.
Yeah.
That restricts me.
Restricts you from what? You get to see me?
No. That's not fair. That's not you get to see me, but then that creates that taints the relationship because it doesn't go both ways. I can't get what you're giving me right now. I can't get back.
And also saying that it doesn't mean that if
We dealing with each other, and then you go back to your home with your wife and your family, basically.
right, but it's
Or
also
your
not. It's also not. It can work with two parents living separately too. I don't also because I think that also gets skewed a bit.
What you mean?
When I've always had a problem with women saying I'm a single mom. I'm a kind of implementing like, oh, the dad's
not there.
The dad's not there, which is bullshit. Like, no, the dad's there. You're not a single. You're a mom, not a single mom. You're a mom. The dad is in the kids' lives. You can also succeed in raising kids and living in two separate homes. If, like, once again, you guys are cordial, you guys are respectful. You set up a certain schedule and say, oh, all right, I pick them up this weekend. I drop them off this weekend. Birthdays, obviously, we collaborate. Major events, we collaborate. Holidays, we collaborate. I just don't. It all depends on what the circumstances are, why y'all had a falling out, or why you're no longer in a relationship.
It gets tricky though, because I don't think the problem is the mother and the parents not being together in a household. I think the problem when it comes to kids and having a mom and dad in a household, whatever, is the lack of the other parent, like another person, like the opposite sex or whatever it is, the other person, the lack of the other acting parent or whatever being in a household. So my thing is, if you are getting in a relationship, right, the relationship should, like, you have a child or whatever, you should be building with the new person that you're with, right? So that person they have to fill up a space, right? So let's say if it's the mom and the mom is taking care of the kid, right? And she's dealing with somebody and you're looking to take this serious, then that person should be filling up that space too, not as a dad,
Right.
but as a father figure or a man figure, a masculine figure in that household or in that space. So it's not necessarily the dad having to stay there for the sake of the kid. It's that there needs to be some other acting person in that space to fill both, like, so that the roles can be filled and that kid can get the love that the kid needs.
Okay, so let me ask you a question then. Yeah. So in that instance, where both the parents, because like you said,
Turn this off?
yeah, go ahead.
Hold on.
Go ahead. I'll ask you the question while you're doing that.
Go ahead.
In the instance of both parents are living separately, and they both have found someone new that they kind of find serious, how long before they should introduce that new person to the kids?
You going again with the numbers, and I'm not good with
Spicy.
the numbers. It's not spicy. It's just how long does it take you to get to know that person and feel comfortable with that person? If you are looking to move forward with that person and it's coming to that point where you are looking to move forward with that person, then, and you trust that person and you know enough about that person, because I think that's the problem. A lot of people, they want to move fast, or they're not taking time to get to know somebody. They think everything is supposed to happen.
So once again, see, sorry to interrupt you, but then
How
then the
long?
time does come.
I don't know.
Because
I don't think fast. No, like a couple of months. No, I feel
that's
like
what I'm saying. So if a guy,
No,
if one of your father or whatever came to you and said, "Yo, I want you to meet somebody. They're gonna be around your kid," and you'd be like, "Oh, how long you been with them?" And they were like 2 months, and you'd be like, "Oh, hold up, wait, what?" So
I'm gonna have that conversation. I'm gonna have that conversation with him. Like, do you think that? I mean, what are your plans with this person? Like, you gonna have somebody around my child, and are you looking to be with this person forever? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, or are you looking to be in a relationship with this person? Are you looking to take this seriously? Do you know this person? Have you seen this person around children? Have you seen this person around their family? Have you seen how they interact? Like, these are questions that you should be taking into consideration, or you should be asking yourself. Because after 2 months, I don't really believe you know anybody after 2 months, and that's just my personal opinion. I feel like
we
people.
spent every day together. I've seen her around other kids. I've met her parents. We're very close. We've moved very fast in 2 months.
Well,
You see what I'm
That
saying?
is
Like,
that's your decision, but I am gonna voice my opinion about it. I can't stop your life and be like, no, you're not gonna have this. Blah, 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 blah. I might want to meet the person because I want to see who this
well,
person
and somebody
is.
did say it in the comments. They said they should meet first
Yeah,
before
let
they
me
meet the
see who
parents.
this person is. Let me get a feel about it. Now, I come from an extended family.
Right.
So, like, I come from an extended family and I have children. So, I am not a person who feels like, oh, yeah, baby. Like, if you have like, if you're co parenting with somebody or whatever, like, I am not a person who's opposed to you co parenting. Please co parent with your other, the other parent, please, because at the end of the day, I have children, and I understand as a mom that you know what I mean. There's certain things that need to be done. Be a parent. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna be a parent.
We all
You gotta
adults.
understand that. But for me, I have to know that this is a real thing before you meet my child. Like you
do you think
can't
there's
just
a difference?
I don't have just anybody around my kids. Like everybody doesn't meet my children.
You think there's a difference between the mother and the father? So, for instance, the mother bringing a new man in front of the parent, in front of the kids, as opposed to the father bringing a new girl in front of the.
What do I think is a difference?
Yeah, I mean, because some mothers might be a little bit more protective since it's their babies. Listen,
Some, but I know some mothers who have had several people around their
hey,
children
yo,
because they fall. It's not an ayo, but they just feel like every man that they come in encounter with, they're in love with.
oh, they
So
got a problem.
you know what I mean, and you have different people around your children. And I also know guys who have had different women around their children or whatever. So you know, I've done seen it all. I done seen men who freaking they have a whole woman and they have a child and they have their child around while they flirting with other women like they not
Flirting.
with the child's mother. Like you
Flirting's
get what I'm
different.
saying? So it's different circumstances, but no, I don't think there's a difference. I just think it's a personality thing more than it's a man and a woman thing. I just don't. I believe that when it comes to children, you have to be careful. And I mean, when it comes to yourself, you have to be careful, but especially when it comes to children, because if somebody's going to be in my child's life, I need to know that you're going to be a positive role model to my children. I'm not asking anybody to be my children's father because they have a father. You know what I mean? But you need to be, they should be able to trust you. I should be able to trust you. And if we are moving forward and we're building, you should be a person that they could come to that can show them something, or another person that they could go to if something is wrong, or if they might not want to come to me, or if they might not want to come to their dad. You should be a person who can guide them.
Look what Organic Brown said in response to Dame Dame, because I think he's kind of insinuating what I was saying earlier.
What, that's because the child is a
Yeah.
seed of their father. Men mentally don't become dads until we have a child born. Women have nurture in their nature, so they don't have to be moms to be. Not every mother is prepared to be a mom. I'll tell you that. Very seldom does that work, and it's disingenuous on the male side most
Why
of
is
the
this
time.
fine woman not married?
What happened?
Yo, these guys, Dame was like, why is this fine, intelligent? When I'm talking about shooters, he took a Steph Curry shot. Why is this fine Nubian princess not married?
You're mad annoying.
Intelligent as well. What's the issue, girl?
There is no issues. I just haven't found the right person yet.
My Nubian queen. What's the
People
problem?
also got to understand, just a sidebar when it comes to things like that, because people will listen to somebody, or people will be like, dag, this person is fine. Dag, this person is smart. Dag, this person is this. And dag, this person is that. They're this, that, and the third, and everybody isn't this, that, and the third. So they become very more selective. I feel like the smarter you get, or the more intelligent you get, the more selective you are, because there are a lot of sheep out here. There are a lot of people who are in that shitty pool, right? Or in that pool. And when you think differently, not everybody is going to understand that. You get what I'm saying? Not everybody is going to understand. And I've grown. Like you know what I mean? Like it's an experience.
Right.
You have experiences and you grow. I've made mistakes. I'm still making mistakes. I still, you know what I mean? I fell for the wrong guy. I've, you know what I mean, got my heart broken. I've freaking done some things. Like you get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's all experience. Shit.
You know, listen, there's plenty in the pot that are willing to put their
Right.
put themselves
Like
in that position.
you
So.
just can't have everybody touch you. Some people just be wanting to be in your energy just to say they are.
See what I mean? You too much of a debater. Like
What happened?
they say, you're too much of a debater.
I'm not a debater in my relationship. I'm a lover.
Well, we've had conversations. Like I said, once again, it's not about you. I mean, based on just the conversations we've had in the show.
But yeah, like
you have a shield.
yeah, I
It's a
do.
It's a Captain America shield. let's
No,
be real.
it's a Captain Marvel shield. It's an aura. Like this is a whole. Like there's a whole like thing. It ain't no what's name shield.
I'm gonna tell y'all guys one thing. Like, if you into Marvel, that's one thing she's into. She's into Marvel. So,
Tell them my business.
hey, I'm trying to help you out and them out. I'm playing matchmaker. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a nerd, y'all. I'm a nerd. I'm a bookworm. I'm a Marvel fan.
Defense mechanism. I don't know if I would call it that, but
My defense mechanism is joking and laughing. I got a few defense mechanisms though. It
let's do
depends
one.
on
You
what
want to
the
do one more
situation-
card?
Yeah.
Oh shit. How spicy?
No,
is
not
this
that one. It's
Thank
not
you.
spicy.
Thank God. No, not that one.
It's a sex one.
Ah, yes. Spicy.
I said Christian Mingle.
Christian Mingle.
I just told you I don't like people, especially not me and nobody.
All right, what's this card?
After having amazing sex, your significant other asks if it's the best sex you've ever had. It is not. Would you tell the truth or lie? You go first.
I have to. Well, I gotta. Yeah, I'm lying. I'm not telling the truth right then and there. We just had amazing sex, and I gotta like. I'm not lying to you. Like, I mean, like, I'm lying. I'm sorry. I'm lying. But it was still amazing. Is it the best? Like, okay, cool. But why do I even have to answer that question right now? Like, let's chill
Somebody
out.
said, who was that? Dame said you should never ask. I
Yeah.
firmly believe
I
that,
fully
but
agree with
some people do.
Yeah.
I don't like to lie, but in that case, I probably would.
Yeah, because you're bringing the whole.
Yeah,
we
I
just had
probably
a great time.
and I probably would do it in a sarcastic way just because I can't fake it. It'd be hard for me to like fake
be
it.
like,
Like
"Of course."
I'd be like, come on, you know you did that. Like you know what I mean?
You putting that work,
Of
boy.
course, like
You
what
putting
was
that
the
work.
best I ever had? You know you put it down. Like I might not answer directly. I might be like, you know you put it down. Like why you even asking that?
What's the best?
Right? Like was it the best? Don't ask that question.
Yeah, don't ask. Don't. Yeah.
But people
yeah,
do
don't
ask questions like that, and I get highly annoyed at people who like ask me questions regarding like you don't. I'm not stroking your ego.
Is it fair to say if you do ask the questions, you're insecure on what you did?
Huh?
Is it fair to say if somebody feels the need to ask that question, they're insecure what they just did physically?
They might be insecure. Period. Number one, somebody might have just put that taint in there, or they need an ego boost. Like people mask insecure. Ego is just an insecurity mask to me.
Right.
Like if you want to know what a person is insecure about, see what they defend the most. That's how I look at it. But if you asking me that question, I just feel like it's like, I don't know, like, why are you asking me that?
But and the question is, like, you just had
Am I the
amazing
best?
sex.
Am I the greatest? I'd rather you be like, I'm the greatest. Like, I know it. That was the best sex you ever had. And I'd be like, you know what I mean? I could.
You'd rather have them a little bit more
Yeah,
cocky
I'd rather
with it.
you be a little cocky, like, in a joking way. You be cocky with it. Like, I know I'm the best. You right. Like.
Some niggas would be like, I got mine. So I mean, it don't matter if I'm the best.
Yeah,
or not.
that's just selfish shit. But yeah, like, don't ask me no goddamn question like that. Am I the best?
Yo, so how was I?
Right. The
Yo,
fuck up.
dub, don't even say that, bro. Just
And it depends on what type of mood I'm in. I'm gonna be like, what?
what? Get
Why
out.
are you asking me that? Don't get on my
ask.
nerves. Don't
Do
get on my
not
nerves.
ask.
Don't spoil the moment.
No. That's just like it makes everything awkward. And then if you don't get the answer you want to hear, then it's like You take that slow turn on the other side of the bed, facing away.
Right. Now I gotta put you in a group chat. Now I'm lying. I'm lying.
Before.
If I like you, you would never go in a group. If I like you, you're not going in a group chat.
Can you give some of the men what's the insight on the group chat? What y'all really be talking about?
See, I
She be arguing on the group chat.
no, because I'm not a firm believer in telling all my business in a group chat. Like, you get what I'm saying? I'm not that. Be a lot of jokes though. I mean, if it's guys in the group chat or whatever, it's about people that we really don't care about. Like, don't send unsolicited dick pics.
Yeah,
You going in a group chat?
Yeah, Shayna Smile says, "FYI, women don't ever want to be asked that." Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
we don't. Shayna, right, Shayna.
No. Oh, somebody
Motivated Queen said, I don't think it has to be insecurity. It doesn't. It's an ego thing. Like, you
But
want to know.
Yeah, it's an affirmation.
Like,
type
so how
thing.
you feel about it? Did I do
Yeah.
good? Did I do this? Shut the fuck up. Like, what?
How about if they ask you, like, was I bigger than your ex?
Complete turnoff.
Ugh.
That is a complete turnoff. Why you focused on him? Because I might be an asshole and be like, no. He was huge. He was humongous.
He was a monster.
He was a monster.
Oh, my God.
Mad extra, mad dramatic. What? He used to put it down. Like, is you shitting me? Like,
You, on the other hand,
you got to
you're
step
nice.
the game up, bro. Don't get, like, because that's when I'll be an asshole.
yo, son.
Right. Dame said, let her tell you. Right. Let her tell you.
That's a fact. Yo, yeah.
Let her be
Yeah.
like, nah,
Yo.
that was the best. That was the
Out of nowhere.
That was the best 60 seconds. No, just wait.
That was amazing. That's a fact, because if you get that without, any questions, then you did your thing. Don't worry about it. But once again, the question said, "I had amazing sex." Like, just enjoy the
Right.
amazing sex.
If it was amazing, just take that for what it is. Stop
Yeah.
trying. Why you comparing? That's your ego.
Kill a nigga whole heart. Facts. That nigga was crazy. Probably 12 inches. Girth. Crazy. Like, oh my God.
Crazy.
You on the other hand? We're going to bed.
Nope, not that one. Let me see.
Another question. Another card. Don't ever ask that question, guys. I think guys tend to ask that question more than women, but moving on. Just be present.
Oh, this is a good one.
All right, Organic Brown. You're 100% right. Just be present. Enjoy
Your
the moment.
significant other's opposite sex friend, who they call their sibling, is staying the night with you two.
No.
With the two of you. During a drinking game, you find out that they slept together years ago. What happens next?
He's not staying there no more. The fuck out. So so he's sleeping over my house?
We
Okay.
live together, right?
Okay.
If you want to put it my way, right?
Right.
If you want to, for you. We live together and
His
the
father was a horse.
we live together and my friend comes over, right? In my case, it would be your friend comes
Okay.
over. But our friend comes over, girl or guy. And during a drinking game, we find out that y'all slept together,
Okay.
right? Years ago.
Right.
What happens next?
If I'm the person if I'm the person finding out, so for instance, if my girl slept with my homie, yeah, you're not staying here. You're not staying here.
But what happened? Can they still be friends?
Why you never told me? Why either one of y'all never told me? Like, no, I'm sorry, no, 100%.
But what if it was years ago before y'all even knew each other?
So you mean to
and
tell me
like-
if we never had this drinking game, still wouldn't have found out? Nah, no. See, I know how never have I ever works. I know how that works. No.
Dame, I'm done with the old girl because of the time omitted information. Wait, what do you mean? You know how what works? How does it work?
Never have I ever. I guess that's a drinking game. So you might say like, oh, never have I ever slept with somebody.
I know what never have I ever.
Yeah, but
is.
I'm saying like, if we never played this game, I still would never find out. So it took us and it also depends on like the duration. Like, how long ago did y'all sleep together? Was this 5 years ago? Was this 10 years ago? Was this 6 months ago? Like, nah, I'm sorry, you ain't. And then you're staying in my house.
So
Because y'all have always had that.
So you never had sex with a friend
Let me put this in. Hold on. Go ahead. Ask the
You
question.
never had sex with a friend, and then after that, it just was nothing. Like y'all had sex, and that was it. It was nothing. Like it was a situation that happened, and then y'all went back to being friends.
Yeah, I've had that. Yeah.
Like, did you get a girlfriend after that?
Yeah.
Did you tell your girlfriend?
No. No. For what? Like hell no. For what?
So it's the same thing.
No.
Like it's the
Nah,
same
it's
exact
different.
thing.
It's different.
What's
No.
different? Because it's not you.
No, it's not
Because it's the other person, and you know how
Okay,
messy.
so you're telling me, all right, so then, all right, so to build on this scenario, my thing is, okay, but my new girlfriend is not friends with this girl I had sex with. Or my friend.
No, it's
Okay,
your friend
so you
that
don't
you
need
call
to know.
sis. You call her sis.
Yeah, which
You
okay,
call her sis.
Right.
So you don't need to. But then you find out, like
my girl
like
finds
your
out.
girl finds out like during this game that y'all slept with each other.
Well, she would have every right to be upset
Right.
because she'd be like, yo, why didn't you tell me? You know what I'm saying? But y'all don't even know each other, so it doesn't even matter. Now, if she's sleeping over, here's what I should do. I should be like, hey, yo, listen, old girl needs a place to stay. Is it okay if she stays here? Just to give you a little bit of a background, things happened in the past. Before she even steps foot in the house, things happened in the past. And, I'm just trying to give you a heads up just so that you know where we stand. And it's up to you whether you want
Hold
her
on.
to stay.
Shayna says, what happens next is I have to reevaluate our relationship because you have shown me it's okay for me to do it. And I'm uncomfortable with your past sex partner in my living space. Absolutely, Shayna. Like, absolutely. Number one, hypothetically, if it was a situation where, like, I call him bro, like, and we slept with each other, whatever, you're not staying at my house. I'm creating that barrier.
So no matter how long ago
No matter how long ago it was, like dependent now. I mean, if it's a situation, first of all, if it's a situation where like we were like teenagers or something like that, and now we're like
Right.
grown people, that shit don't count. It wouldn't even come out in a freaking game because I'm not even thinking about that. Like that's not even. I'm not even like that.
You don't even count. You don't even count that.
I don't even count that. Like it's
See,
it's
that's wrong.
long.
You gotta count
but
it. You
No,
gotta count
no. Meaning not that I don't count it as if like it get erased kind of like if it was something that happened and it just happened just for the sake of happening, like we probably had a moment or something like that. I don't give a fuck about that. Like I don't care about that. I'm not even looking at you like that anymore. Like the years done passed. Like it's over.
Now listen, all I know is that while everybody sleep, they could be in the guest bedroom sleeping.
But that's you thinking about that. If a person is not thinking that, if you and your significant other are together, of course you gonna think the worst because I mean they just gonna think the worst. Like if they slept together, that means that it could happen again. No matter how long ago it was. If I'm with you or if you're with somebody and y'all relationship is solid, nobody can come in between that. Like there's no lingering feelings because if there were lingering feelings, y'all would be having sex.
Dame is right.
Y'all would be having sex in between that.
You were right until you brought up the teenagers because if it was a
Georgie, you were all right
yeah,
until you brought up
the
teenager.
teenagers,
No,
yeah.
it's not cool at all.
100%, no.
What's not cool at all?
Because it's still a physical exchange of energy and still an intimacy thing. Like,
but not everybody views sex the same.
I understand that, but it still happened. It still happened.
But it happened, and
I know.
If I don't care about the situation and it's nothing, like I was asked before, like if I was with, like if I like basically like if I'm with you and you like we out and we see somebody like that you had sex with or something like that, you're not gonna tell me. And I was like, if it's a situation where it happened and there's nothing, like there's no weird vibes in between, no, what you need to know that for.
Is it
but if it's a situation where a person is around me all the time, like, and it could get funny, or if like that person is just around me, yeah, I'll tell you.
Y'all calling each other bro and sis, right?
I'm not calling nobody, that number one, I'm not calling nobody bro that I slept with. You're not my bro.
So you're proving my point. Anybody you ever slept with.
It said you called, but in that it said you called
okay.
my sibling. Like if I'm not calling you bro.
I don't know. I don't care how long it happened. If there was bodily exchanges of fluid, nah, I can't. I mean, and here's the difference too. Like, so this person that's coming to sleep over, do we both know them, or just you know them?
Well, how you not gonna know somebody who's sleeping over?
No, meaning like.
Like how you not? If we live together, yeah, we
No,
know.
I'm meaning like.
Meaning like that was that my friend and not your
Yeah.
friend?
No,
Yeah, that's my friend that I call a sibling, or that's your friend that you call sis.
But let's say y'all both know each other, right? Let's say the person.
Have you done it before, Georgie? No, I haven't.
I'm saying, let's say y'all both have a certain type of relationship with this person that's sleeping over, yet you slept with that guy, right? So let's say me and you were a couple, right? And then the bro's coming up. I kind of know homie, like, oh, what up? And I know y'all and him are close. And then it comes out in the game that y'all slept together. That's even worse.
That is worse.
Both of y'all getting kicked out. Like, none of y'all sleeping in the house. Fuck that.
Because you feel like you're being deceived.
Yeah. Like,
I
neither
mean,
one of y'all wanted to tell
I
me
had
that.
a situation before where there was a girl who came in my house, and she had, like, she basically had relations with my boyfriend at the time before I even knew who they were, but I didn't know. And I just, my intuition, it just happened to just, I just looked at her one day and I was like, y'all ever had something going on? And he was just like, nah, whatever. And then he wound up, because he couldn't hold it, he wound up just telling me. And I was just like, so sis was in my house and I ain't know. Now, I was cool with the girl. Right. I mean, it's more stuff in between that. I wasn't cool with her. I was cool with her because of the people that, like, through him, basically, and the people that he was around. Like, we weren't friends, but, I see her, hey, how you doing? Give her a hug, whatever. And my thing is, I wouldn't even feel comfortable with going in somebody's house knowing that I had a situation with their partner. You know what I mean? And they don't, like, I would be asking questions. That's me. That's number one. But number two, my whole thing was I didn't like the fact that I didn't know. And I'm a person that, you know what I mean? You got to tell me, like, if I'm going to be around these people, and that's how I feel. If it's a situation where you are around this person and I'm around this person all the time, yeah, I'm going to tell you, because I don't, say something happens and somebody knows, and then you my partner, and then it comes out and you don't know. Now somebody got a one-up on you. Nobody can never have a one-up on my partner. What happened? Where is it? Oh. Like, nobody can have a one-up on my partner. Nobody. If I'm with you, I'm with you. It's us. So, thank you. You know what I mean? It's us. So, I'm definitely going to let you know, like, look, this is what this is. You know what I mean? Bad. I used to, it ain't nothing or whatever. I mean, I like to give people choices. I hate when people get uncomfortable because you feel like just because somebody slept together that they're just going to continuously sleep together, or it's just going to be some funny business going on. That's not the case all the time. Like, me personally, I compartmentalize. It ain't that serious.
Let's go to the comment section because a lot of people had a lot of things to say about this. But yeah, it's that's shady. It's
shady.
It seems shady as fuck. Like, I'm sorry, but that just don't seem right. And y'all were both gonna. And so if we never had this drinking game, y'all both were gonna sit here.
Yeah.
And you were gonna sleep in my bed, and me being a courteous person.
Because I would definitely be like, oh, so y'all slept together. But my conversation would be with you. Yeah. So, like, why you didn't tell me? At least tell me. Give me the option, like, and that was my thing in real life, where it was just like, give me the option to choose. Like, I rather know, like, and have a heads up. She still could have came, but the fact that she in my house and I have no idea, and he didn't invite her. He didn't invite her. Somebody else invited her, and he felt uncomfortable, but he didn't want to say anything, which I understand, because it's just like, it's an awkward situation. Yeah, of course. You get what I'm saying? But I just happened to ask. But it was just like, give me the option to choose. Because more than likely, just let me know. As long as I know, I feel good. Because if somebody come to me and be like, that's why he slept with such and such, I'm going to be like, but I knew already, sis. You ain't doing nothing. Or bro, you ain't doing nothing. Right. You get what I'm saying? Like, because once again, I would never have anybody have one up on you, because it's me and you.
Dame got a crazy question. What, Dame?
What he said?
He said, how do you tell a woman she has a smell?
You tell her she has a smell.
I've been in a situation like that.
Because if I got a smell, tell me. Please tell me.
But that's not an easy. Thank you for the question, Dame. But that's not an easy.
It's not an easy conversation. But if you really care, and a person can see you coming from a genuine place, because yes, it can be embarrassing to that person, but let them know. And sometimes you might have gave them the smell.
What?
Women's vaginas are very sensitive, and guys, you know, I did raise this question. Well, I did say this on Facebook because I was like, it's crazy how men put their mouths all over vaginas and they have no idea how they work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, y'all really don't. Y'all sit there. It's a whole uproar now because Super Scent said, I'm never telling my boyfriend nothing anymore. I had a yeast infection, and he said, come here, my little, come here, my little something.
Right.
Mozzarella stick or some shit like that. And people was like, oh, that's too much information. Why would she say that? We don't need to know that. Take me out the chat. Da 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 da. Like, a yeast infection is a common thing for women to have. Like, you know what can cause a yeast infection? A yeast infection is when your pH balance is off. You can eat something that can cause your pH balance to be off. You can freaking use the wrong soap and it'll cause your pH balance to be off. You could be having too much sex and it causes your pH to be off. Like, people be acting like this is normal shit.
So do you agree with Shayna when she says, babe, when was the last time you've been to the GYN? You've been straight up? A real woman will deal with it.
Yep.
Yeah, y'all say
No, we can say that because I have conversations with my friends all the time. And, you know, some women, they're very sensitive down there. And their partners understand that. And, you know, their partner will tell them, like, oh, it's happening again or whatever it is. And this is what I mean about having those conversations. People are so scared to have conversations because they're afraid of what that person is going to say. If I love you and you know I genuinely love you, it's not a hard conversation to have. You're afraid of offending your partner when you're actually helping your partner. That draws y'all closer together when you can have those type of conversations.
But you can't front. It's also embarrassing for the party.
Right. But you rather them. It's like somebody breath stink.
Right.
Right.
100%.
Oh, I don't want to tell them they breath stink. You could I got gum. I remember one time years ago when I was younger, we had a friend who breath used to stink, and my friends are like, you want to tell him? Or whatever, like, how you tell him his breath stink? So watch this. I took a piece of gum. I said, you want gum? He said, no. I said, take it. It was that simple.
Still a little embarrassing. It's a little jab to the ego, but yeah.
But at the end of the day, how you expect somebody to fix something if you're not telling them that there's something that needs to be fixed? Yo,
Moonwalker, that line was hilarious. It's happening again. It's happening again. Listen.
Because it happens. It happens. A yeast infection is common. BV is common.
Yo, Dame is crazy. Y'all just I'm going to take a bite out of some Summer's
So
Eve.
should I go get Summer's Eve and hand it to her? Quite honestly, Dame, no, you should not get Summer's Eve and hand it to her because Summer's Eve can throw her off even more. Summer's Eve can, like, douching. You're not really supposed to douche. The thing is, the female's vagina has bacteria in it. It has good bacteria and it has bad bacteria. Like your gut, like your throat, all of those things have good bacteria and bad bacteria in it. I'm gonna give y'all a little science from what I know, my knowledge. Didn't think we were gonna get to right? This, it has good bacteria and it has bad bacteria. Antibiotics basically kills all the bacteria. That's why sometimes when you take antibiotics, sometimes you'll get a yeast infection because you could get a yeast infection from antibiotics or whatever, right? So what antibiotics does is it basically kills the bacteria and it resets your pH balance. Probiotics gives you probiotics, prebiotics, all of that gives you more good bacteria. That's why you take it for your vaginal health and you take it for your gut health because your gut has bacteria in it too. And what that does is it offsets the bad bacteria and it gives you more good bacteria. So these are things that you should know.
Man, we just trying to get
Dame, I'm happy you're aware of it, but a lot of people aren't because a lot of people don't know about vaginas. Shit, half of y'all don't even know about your bodies. Shit, I said that sometimes, you know what I mean? It's not when a person causes BV, it's not always that a person is having sex with multiple partners. Sometimes chemically, y'all don't mesh together. Everybody was in uproar. What? That's the stupidest shit I heard. Da, 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 da. Y'all don't know that sex is chemical? What do you think chemistry is? What do you think biology is? Like everybody's bodily fluids don't go with everybody's bodily fluids. Somebody said, "How old are you, Georgie?" How old I look? I'm old. I'm old, y'all.
So really, what size shoe you wear?
What size shoe do I? It's a fake page. You want to know what size shoe I wear? I wear a 5.5, 6 in kids, and I wear 7, 7.5. Well, 7.5 in women.
But the women are agreeing with you. They're saying it's all facts. And
It
right.
is all facts, and it's like guys are so. Some of y'all are so dumb. But I can't even say guys because there's some women who don't know about their bodies either.
Yeah, the one that's.
It's like educate yourself, especially when it comes to bodies. Y'all out here having sex and y'all don't even know about your bodies. You out here having sex raw and you don't even know about a woman's body. That's crazy to me. You risking it all and you don't even know what you're risking it all for? Just praying to God that everything works out right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because we have internal organs, so a lot of the symptoms show up in us. A lot of y'all be carrying shit, men. Y'all be carrying shit and y'all don't even know that y'all carrying it because y'all don't, like, the symptoms don't show up in y'all.
Man, this conversation took a turn.
But that's what the live is about.
Yeah,
It just,
facts.
you know what I mean? We just go from one thing to another thing to another thing.
That's a fact. Boy, man.
Yes, Shayna, thank you. So my question brought you to that conclusion. You flipping it on a man now? Laugh out loud. No, I'm not. I'm not
No, she
flipping
did
it on a
say
man.
some
I'm
women
just.
don't know their bodies
I'm just.
either.
I just said. Yeah, right. I just said some women don't know their bodies either. I'm not flipping it on a man. Don't get offended.
Why are you perceived to be this like man hater? Like you sit back and you're like, niggas ain't shit. Like you're a walking Tyler Perry.
I
movie.
never say niggas ain't shit. I'm not one,
You
and
put
that's the
bad
crazy
wigs on
part.
niggas.
It's like men don't like being questioned, and they don't like my. They
That's
don't.
not true.
They don't, and they don't like my line of questioning. Cause I ask, I be trying to make shit make sense. Cause half of the time they don't even know how to, like, they don't even make sense of it.
I don't. That's not true. I don't agree with that.
Really, I've had conversations with you too, and
100%.
you will dance around a question. Preach.
No, I will not.
Preach.
I'm pretty forthcoming with any question.
You're a liar.
Any question you ask me, I'm pretty forthright with.
You're a liar. No.
100%.
You think you forthcoming and you'll be like, what are you talking about? What you
'Cause
talking
I didn't
about? You
hear
start
you.
smiling. What are you talking about? And then you'll sit right in my face and lie.
Nobody's lying. I'm just dissecting, or I'm trying to make sure I answer.
This
your
is a
question properly.
What's a diatribe, Dame? What's that mean? I don't know what that means. What is a diatribe?
It's pretty much just like.
I asked him. I'm a logical thinker. Most women are emotionally driven. Right. Most women are emotionally driven. So then when y'all come across somebody like me who's more logical than emotional, it's like.
So you're not but you're more logical.
I have emotions.
You're more logical than emotional.
I have emotions. When I really, really care, I can get emotional. It takes a lot for me to get, like, really emotional. A lot of the times I'm passionate. I'm passionate about what I'm talking about. I'm passionate about that. Of course, I have feelings. Mm-hmm. And when I really, really care, whether it's friends, family, partner, you can see those feelings. I get a little sensitive. But it takes a lot for me to get there. But a lot of the times, like, I go with what makes sense. And the thing about me is I don't let my emotions dictate my thought. Like, I don't let it dictate my actions. I can literally put my feelings to the side and do the right thing. Junior, please don't mention that name over here.
Oh man, what name did he mention? Oh, we're not gonna even say it.
Yeah, we don't mention that name over here, please.
Yikes.
It's been years, bro. let's just forget it.
Let's just move on. You want to do one more card?
Dame said, Georgie, at this point, I think you will argue with
you.
I do. Let me tell you.
That's a fact.
Let me tell you, Dame.
Having her own conversation.
I do. I really do. I really do. I am an overthinker. I'm a Libra. Like, we live in our heads. Like, I'm an overthinker, and I'm always weighing out pros and cons until I make a decision. Johnston, hey. Shout out to you. I ain't see you in a minute. Hope all is well.
At least you-
He said, sorry,
Sorry,
Georgie.
Georgie. My
Thank
bad.
you. Thank you. I appreciate
My bad,
you.
Joe.
I appreciate you. Stay focused.
K-Swiss. What's up with K-Swiss? Like, they're trying to get you some K-Swiss or something like that? We got to get, like, a mailing address to get, like, a fan mail and shit.
Fan mail. Oh, wow. Fan mail. We ain't do fan mail mad long. How long? We've been on live for a minute.
How
I
long
like
we
it.
on? For, like, an hour now?
Maybe. That's not too long. That's like a whole show.
That's all right.
All right. Let's take another. Let's do another
One more
question.
gig,
though.
I think, and then also, like, we'll do, like, a phone line so people be able to call in and all that. So,
This is affecting
You know.
your sexual health. Everything is sex. I've been talking sex a lot today. After years of average sex, your significant other.
sex sells.
Oh, we did that. Your significant other does some new tricks in the bedroom. Who the fuck taught you this?
Maybe I saw something in the porn. So read the question. Go ahead.
After years of average sex, your significant other all of a sudden does some new tricks in the bedroom. Do you question where they learned them or just enjoy it? I'm
Both.
questioning.
You could do both.
I'm questioning.
Hey, listen.
Where you get that from?
First of all,
Little-
if you're having years
Little
of
tongue
average,
thruster.
if you have years of
Do the
average
leg
sex,
up.
that's a problem. Number one.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's something that needs to be nipped in the butt for year one.
Mm-hmm.
So, but two, I mean enjoy it. I saw it on the porn.
You could have seen it on a porn. It's like, but you say, nah, I saw this on a porn and I
saw it
want
on
to try
Twitter porn.
it. But I feel like if you really pay attention, if you seen it on a porn,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if you never tried it, it's gonna show. If you confident,
Oh, that's a good point.
if you confident in this new move, hold up.
That's
like,
a good point.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
If you're
yeah.
confident in this new move, where you learn that from?
That is true. Yo, okay. By the way, somebody is like obsessed with finding out if you like K-Swiss or not.
It's a fake page.
All right, cool. You're good.
But yeah, like I'm paying attention to what you're doing.
But load management? Like you really worried about how much is, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, I can't, I don't know.
Let me ask the question. This is a spinoff of what I'm reading right now.
Go ahead.
Everything is sex here, like, but whatever. We could
Okay.
talk about it. It ain't. Why do y'all feel like if a woman like dealt with somebody, the first thing y'all ask is if you gave him head?
Oh, because head is a very intimate thing.
But y'all be wildin'.
Nah, head is something, because head is
Head is
something.
intimate, but that be the first thing y'all do sometimes.
Once again, it's different. For you to want to put somebody's member in your mouth, I think is a lot more intimate than, let me not say that more than sex, but that's a very like, I don't know the word.
I do believe it's intimate. I don't believe that everybody deserves it. You know
Load
what I mean?
management is
I don't,
important.
meaning like, I don't feel like just because you have sex with somebody that you have to perform oral sex on them. I don't believe that I feel like it's kind of earned. You know what I mean? If you decide to do it,
Earned?
you decide to do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Don't say that.
I do believe it's earned.
Oral sex is earned.
To me.
This is not currency.
Shit, sex is earned.
Oral, like that's the problem. It's not no currency where like that's like the same
It's
as
not,
like,
it is currency. Time
no,
is
it's
currency.
not. No,
Sex is
not cur-
currency.
No.
Time is
Oh,
currency.
I'm
It's
so
not
sorry.
money.
I can't disagree with you more. Sex is not some shit where if you take the garbage out, you'll get some. Fuck out of here. No, that's not how. It's supposed to be an experience that we both enjoy with one another. Whenever we can have it with one another.
So why do y'all
It's
really?
not
So why
about,
do y'all feel like y'all
if
gotta
you
pay
do this
for it?
Chore, you're gonna get some tonight. Fuck
It's
out
not a
here.
currency. So why y'all feel like y'all gotta pay for it? Like if
No,
I take
no.
you out on if I take you out on a date, then you give me some ass.
No, I'm not. I don't take that position. I know some men do, but
A lot of men
there's
do.
a whole TikTok meme about that shit. About I'm getting some tonight, and they press go half or whatever. I don't do that, but
Shayna said men only feel interested in knowing because the woman can suck extremely good.
I don't know.
I wish y'all could see
I
his
don't-
face right
I don't know about all that. But back to this whole.
I wish
sex-
y'all could see his face right now. But all right, off the oral thing because I feel like this could go left real quick, and I
Yeah.
don't answer those questions. So,
No, but that whole idea with like sex is currency and it's like, oh well, you deserve it, or you
Sex, time is
no,
currency.
no, but
And
okay,
yes, sex is deserving. Like, do you
no.
understand that you're sharing energy
So
with
if a
somebody?
nigga came to you,
Everybody does not deserve
so
sex
wait a minute, so you
from you.
if a nigga came to you was like, yo, George, you better handle this, or you ain't getting no dick tonight. How would you
I'ma
look at him?
laugh
Exactly. Why?
because that's funny. Okay,
But you wouldn't take. You'd be like, wait
a
a minute.
man, my man, that's different. Like if my man says that, that's different.
Yes.
Or a person that I'm dealing with, like I'm still gonna laugh
your boy Mo.
though.
Nah, a date is just it's the courting process of getting to know somebody. I'm not
Right,
listen,
but
I'm,
a
it's
lot
not
of
about-
people feel like, but there are some men out there who feel like if I'm spending money on you, I deserve some vagina, and I still don't understand. I don't want to understand that. We had this conversation off of camera because
Right.
I still don't understand why does money equate to sex, like on both sides. Like even when a woman says, oh, like, you know what I mean, you gotta, if you want anything from me, like you gotta spend this and you gotta spend that. That doesn't, like, you spending money on somebody doesn't mean that they like you like that. I've seen men spend hundreds and thousands of dollars on women and they ain't shit. You get what I'm saying? Like they're womanizers. And I've seen men who've taken women on thoughtful dates and things like that, and they're amazing.
Yeah, but okay. Now
Right.
I agree with you when it comes to the whole courting and the date. Like, well, I don't think that's currency. Where if I'm gonna pay for a date, and I give you a great fancy date, it doesn't automatically mean I deserve sex. Be nice.
Right.
It'd
Be nice.
Now,
It'll be nice.
It'd
Why?
be nice. It'd be nice.
Does
I'm
sex
not just-
determine whether you like a woman or not?
But
How like if
how about the flown outs?
yeah, to me, I
Now, if
don't.
you're getting flown out,
I
you
mean,
better
we had this
understand-
conversation before. I'm not going nowhere with nobody I don't feel comfortable with. If you are asking somebody to fly you out, or if you are allowing somebody to fly you out, it's like going to somebody's house. You asking for ass. Like
Okay,
that you
so you
asking to
understand-
give it up. Like
you understand
and
what
it's not about
okay.
it's not about the paying part. It's the effort in doing this. Like we go into a private. That's a vacation.
But you understand you understand the
Expectations.
expectations. Thank you. The expectation of once you do land.
It's a
and-
possibility. Like that's
No,
like
no, there's no
you can't.
possibility.
No, because you can say no. Like you can definitely say no to it. So it's a possibility. But this thing keeps falling. I don't know how to tighten it. There's a possibility, but with that, there is an expectation there that this person that's an intimate setting. Going on a vacation with a man, that's an intimate setting. Only way I'm going on vacation with you is number one, if you like me and you were like really, really cool, but we understand our relationship, we established like this
Right.
friendship or whatever, and we just going to get away and we know it ain't nothing like that. Or if I feel comfortable with you and I know that I can go, like I want to take it there with you, or if I was to take it there with you, it'll be okay. Other than that, I'm not going because you're gonna be upset.
I think a vacation's a little bit different than the flow out. Am I
What
saying
if
that?
he paid for you to come?
Yeah, like if you're
like paying
for instance,
for a
if I'm
vagina?
in LA and you're in New York and I pay for you to have a ticket to visit me in LA.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been flirtatious. We've been having back and forth dialogue. You're like, oh, I can't wait till we do this, that, and the third, and then
That's leading somebody on. Yeah, if we had those conversations, like it's like I said, it's a possibility. Like I know what you're probably expecting. Like you expecting it. If we've been talking about like when I see you, I'm gonna do this, and
Right.
oh, I can't wait till you do that and stuff like that, and then we get together,
And then you like,
and then you like, no, you playing.
make sure you tell me. It's
So
that
if he
time of the
curse
month,
you
too.
out, he has every right to curse you out or whatever because you let that man on. You playing with his feelings. This is why I said I have an issue. Like I'm really not a dater, guys. I've come to understand that I have a hard time dating.
we're getting personal right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
because somebody might relate to this. Because this dating pool, like I said, whatever it is that like COs be dealing with, whatever it is that the inmates, like the concoction that they throw, like that they put together and throw at the COs and stuff like that concoction is in the dating pool.
Okay.
And especially now, it's hard. So it's like, I don't know how to date. We're either building and we're in something, like we either go together or we're friends. Like it's very weird because that dating stage, people, it's a lot of games being played. How's it going down? Nah, but
Right.
it's a lot of games being played. It's a lot of push and pull. I'm not texting this person unless they text me, or this person acting like this, or this person, you not my girl, or you not my man, and da 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 da. It's a lot of confusion in there that I don't have time for.
So
like,
that's why you don't participate
and I
in
don't.
dating.
I'm not chasing you.
Yeah, but you still.
I'm not chasing you. Like, if we feeling each other, we feeling each other. Let's keep it consistent, because the minute you become inconsistent, I'm on whatever type of time you on. So if you pull back, I might check to see what's going on, because I know that once I make a decision, I stick to it.
Blue Stick, you can't make comments like that and you can't reveal yourself, bro. Like, what are we doing?
What he said.
You have a roster of men. Roster of men she deal with. Stop the cat.
Right. We
You
don't
can't-
know who you are, and you
can't-
clearly don't
can't-
know
yeah,
me.
You can't, with 6 followers, you can't make certain statements, and she asks you to reveal yourself.
I
and
asked
you
him
just-
to reveal himself, him
not
or
gonna say
her,
nothing.
but they're not going to.
But so you're saying that's you're dating.
You
don't-
right, Mo. People do date according to social media, but what you were saying, preach.
I'm asking you. So you have reservations about dating in general, or you just don't like the field of what you're of.
It's just dumb to me. I don't
Dating
know how
is
to
dumb
date.
now?
No, I don't know how to date. Like I said, if we are going out on dates and stuff like that, or like we going out, like it's dating, but it becomes weird.
What
It becomes weird.
about it?
It's like I don't know, like it's a push or pull. If you're gonna be consistent, be consistent. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Well, maybe it's just, and this is not a knock to you, but maybe
No.
it's the people you're choosing to date.
you're right.
So maybe you need
Right.
to up the requirements before you leave the house. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe it's a you problem.
No. But it's not a me problem in that sense. Like, it's not a them problem either. It's just a weird space for me. Like, I don't know how to date. That's just what it is. I don't know how to date.
All right, so
I
tell them.
believe, like, like, friendship is really big to me.
Right.
Right? So, like, we're friends. We getting to know each other. We friends. We cool. It
Right.
is what it is. I don't know whether you might, like, my thing is, I'm not for everybody.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? My personality is not for everybody. So I understand that. You know what I mean? If you want to back up, that's fine. Like, you know what I mean? If you need to figure it out, that's fine. But I'm a conversationalist. Like, if you hit me every day,
Mm-hmm.
continue to hit me every day. If you don't want nothing, like, if we get to a point where you don't want nothing, this is just
Right,
thinking.
understand.
Like, this ain't experience, but this is just thinking. Like, if you just want to be friends, let's just be friends. We cool. You get what I'm saying? Like, we cool.
I just feel like you have, and this is just a friend talking to a friend. When you talk about this dating is awkward to you, I just think that your expectations are so high, and you have so many requirements that when you actually participate in this dating field, they might miss the mark on one thing, and you're like, nah, they ain't it. When it's like, yo, it's just one thing. Like, it's maybe he was busy, maybe this, that, and the third. I think you just tend to put so much on yourself, expectations on yourself, on whoever you're dating, that if they miss the mark just a little bit, you're like, nah, something's wrong with him. I don't like that. He needs to change that. What's up with that? Chill, bro. Like, I text you at this time. You couldn't text me back? I was in the subway. Nah, but they got mobile Wi-Fi now. You can use.
I
You
don't.
know
But
what
I
I'm
don't.
saying?
I don't have those conversations with the people. I have those conversations with my friends.
Yeah,
Like,
it's.
But
you just have
but
these
what are these big?
expectations, bro.
I don't feel like my expectations are high. If you come into a situation being a certain type of way and you like that for a little while, stay consistent. That's the only thing I
Okay,
ask. Be consistent.
You're right.
It's okay. Like, shit happens. Shit happens with me. Like, I understand, but whatever's, like, I'm no longer going, oh, well, I understand they got stuff going on. You know what I mean? No, that's not a me problem. Whatever you got going on, you have going on. If you can't be consistent, then that's fine. I'm going to go over here. That no love lost. I'm not mad and nothing like that. I don't be mad at people.
Right.
I be more mad at a situation.
But
like,
you also
but I don't
have-
be mad at people. Like, life is life. Life be lifing. You
But
get
you
what I'm saying?
also
But if you don't
have-
communicate, you leave me to assume. And if I assume, I'ma assume whatever is necessary that makes sense to me to protect myself from the situation so that I don't get hurt. if you lead me to assume, you can't get mad if I assume. And
But-
if I assume, I'ma assume and back up because I don't want to make an ass out of myself, like thinking that it's one thing and it's not, and you're not
I see what you
communicating.
did there. That was good. Listen, I think I just think that listen, you've put your thing in a pedestal, in a very high pedestal. I don't know if you've ever seen 40-year-old. You've seen
Yes,
40-year-old.
I've seen 40
You put your thing in a pedestal, a very high pedestal, which is fine. That's good. That's cool. But yo, sometimes it's like
I don't like
you have
everybody,
you
and I
have
don't like
unrealistic
people like that.
expectations,
What's
bro.
unrealistic? See, you see how I ask questions and he sighs because he can't answer me.
No, I'm not. No, what's okay? So once again, I'm not. It's not necessarily unrealistic expectations, but you have these demands.
What's
where,
demands?
Where it's like if they don't go exactly to what your playbook expects, then he's not it. So in your mind, you want to get picked up nicely, have a great dinner. He picks up all his phone calls. He responds to your texts right afterwards. He does all the romantic stuff that you like. He's into everything that you're into. Like, and if a text is maybe 5 minutes late from when you expect it, or maybe it's like, I don't like how he wears his sneaker, or his jeans look a little too tight, or
I can
don't
look
like
past those things.
I don't like
I might not like how your jeans lay on your sneakers. I might not like how you tie your shoelaces, but I can look past those things.
I don't know.
I could,
That's what I'm just
those are
saying. You
things.
just- you
Those
just
are
said-
those are things that I could change. Those are things that I could teach you how to do. Now, as far as this high pedestal, these high expectations. I don't have high expectations. I just have expectations that aren't said in the majority when people talk. My expectations like if you come in being a certain type of way, stay that way. If you like me, you get what I'm saying? That's it. You can't introduce me. What was that thing? You can't introduce me to an energy and then take that and then expect something different, and then do something different. Right. Stay consistent with the energy that you presented, because that's what you initiated with. That's why I believe in getting to know people, because I feel like people start showing their true colors within 4 to 6 months.
So you rather start a friendship first and then possibly date? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, because at least I'm getting to know you. I mean, it's not start a friendship first and then possibly date, because dating doesn't require sex.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And like I said, if it happens, it happens. Like, nobody's saying that it can't happen, but getting to know a person, I like, if I haven't had a argument with you, or not even an argument, because we might not argue, but if I haven't had a disagreement with you, if I haven't seen how you act in front of your friends or your family, or seen you in different environments, see how you handle certain situations, we don't know each other like that. We still getting to know each other. We can date and still get to know each other. But the thing is, like I said, consistency. Be consistent.
With what?
Your actions.
Okay, but sometimes I'm not, like, I'm having
You might not be into it like that.
I'm having
but
a
then
bad
leave me
day.
alone.
I'm having a bad day.
You communicate. If I call you and some people, they might be, and like I said, I can understand. Like, I'm very understanding. But if I call you and I be like, "How's your day?" and you having a bad day, and you be like, "It was good," but then your action is showing something different, you're leaving me to assume, because you going through something, and I'm not saying that you feel like that you're supposed to tell me,
Right.
but it
It'd be
doesn't.
nice.
It doesn't hurt if you be like, "Nah, today was one of those days. I don't really want to talk about it." Okay, well, I hope you feel better, and we can move right along. You let me know that you're having a day. So if you act funny, or if I feel like you're acting out of character from what I know, then I'm understanding, because you told me that. You told me that, today was one of those days. I might not know the details of it, but I know that it's one of those days, so I can understand, okay, he's acting like this because he had one of those days.
You might be missing the greatest guy in the world just because he likes to hold it in for a day.
Believe it or not, I'm patient. If I like you.
I don't. Yeah,
I
but
pop a lot of shit, but I'm very patient. You should know that, though.
we're patient with what?
Stories that I've like, at the end of the day, as my friend, we've had conversations, right? And you know there are things that I have been patient about. You get what I'm saying? And still, if I'm around, that's patience. You know what I mean? But once my patience has worn thin, it's a wrap. You get what I'm saying? But there are things that I have, given people time to fix. And I've given people time to fix it because I like you. Now, if you know what I mean, if you don't fix those things and you keep showing me
Do you tell them
that the
what to
flag
fix?
is getting redder and redder, right? Then yeah, I give you, I let you know because I'm
Okay.
gonna give you a chance because I like to exhaust all possibilities. So when it comes time for me to switch up on you, I've given you every opportunity and you've given me every reason to act the way I'm acting now. So because I gave you all those opportunities, there's nothing at this point, once I make the switch, there's nothing that you could do that's going to change because I gave you more than enough time to fix whatever it
We
is.
just got to get you back in the dating pool. I think that's just all it
The
is.
dating pool is not for me.
We'll get out of
I
Brooklyn.
just meet
Like,
people.
you know what I'm saying? Fuck Brooklyn niggas. No offense, Brooklyn niggas. Like, let's widen the radius a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And
The dating pool is not for me, and I'm
So how
being
do you
100%.
expect-
I
you like-
meet people. I meet people on the I meet people on the whim. I get to know them. They share. Like my thing is, the interest. That's easy. Like getting me interested in you aesthetically. Like there are plenty of guys who look good or whatever. Like that's cool. Keeping me interested is a whole another situation within itself. You get what I'm saying? And
Right.
the person might feel the same way, but I go off of vibes and I'm very particular.
So you're not one to look for companionship at the moment. You're just one to you're living your life and then you just happen to choose or find the right one, then it happens, it happens. Is that what you're saying? You rather not be, you don't like to be fixed up with anybody. You don't like blind dates. You don't like any of that. So we're just going to go with the wave and see if a shark bites, and that's it. Like, oh, okay, I'm going to give this guy a chance. I
If
don't
I
know if that's,
feel it, I feel it. If I don't, I just told you.
so
Like
if
I'm not a
somebody is,
dater. Like I've had two real relationships
okay,
that I consider real relationships,
Right.
right? I've had two.
Right.
I've dealt with people. I won't say dated, but I've had situationships.
But
I've
you've
dealt
had
with
two
people.
real
But I've had
two real
I feel
relationships.
like if you never met my father, it was nothing.
Okay.
Sorry if anybody's watching this that I've dated, but that's just what it is. If you've not, you know what I mean, that I dealt with. If you never met my father, it ain't that serious to me.
Somebody
You get
said
what
a
I'm
funny
saying? But I
comment
might
was
like you, but that's on you. You get what I'm saying? Like, because quite honestly, if I really like you like that or whatever, or if I feel like the first thing I'm looking at, just like sometimes men know whether they could see a life with you or not,
Right.
even though they be fronting like they don't. But like, it's the same thing with me. Like the first thing I look at is, can I bring you to meet my dad?
cool.
Meeting my dad is very important.
Of course.
So like, can I bring you to meet my dad? And my dad is he's a stern man.
But
I
I feel
think
like,
I'm crazy.
I feel like you go into it with already a pessimistic point of view. Is that fair to say? Can you just at least admit that? I feel like,
No.
just from me knowing you, I feel like you go into certain situations with
I can self-sabotage. I can self-sabotage mentally.
Okay.
Yes,
so-
I can self-sabotage
okay,
to protect
all right.
myself. I can self-sabotage
Breakthrough.
mentally. I can, but I've learned how to talk myself out of that. Like that'll be my initial thing. Like, but that's if I like you.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I find myself, cause I could like it's levels with me, right? Like I can like you. I could be interested in you, but it takes me a while to really like you. Like if you can affect my emotions in a sense, like if I like feel a way, like you said something and
Right.
like I really feel a way about what you said, or like we having a back and forth and I really feel that, that's when I realize I like you, and then I'll freak the fuck out. Like, whoa, what are these? Like, these are
Right.
feelings? Like, what are these? But I can like you. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
initially, like, I like you. Ooh, he's cool. You know what I mean? But it takes me a while to really establish like, oh my God, I really like this person. If you get there.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? When you say when you get there, unfortunately, and I'm going to speak for some men. I'm not speaking for
We
all
keep
men.
turning this into me. But
No,
okay.
no. Well, you said we talking.
It's all right. It's
you
all
know,
right.
you know
We
what I
just
mean?
talking. We just chatting.
We just chopping it up. Niggas ain't waiting for you to figure it out too.
Then they not
we
for
not
me.
because if you're gonna sit
But
there,
you don't know that I'm figuring it out. That's a mental
Yeah,
thing.
but once
You're
again,
gonna know
a
if
guy-
I'm
no.
interested in you. If I'm interested in you, you're gonna know that I'm interested in you. The really really liking you. It's like loving somebody like that. Really like the really really liking you part. You want to know if I like you? I show up.
Yeah, how much time
You want to
think
know if I like
got?
you? I pick up the phone.
But that's a great question. Somebody said, how much time you think you got? Because it's like
What you mean? How much time I think I
because you're
got?
making it seem like because all right. So what? Based off
I
your
have as
premise,
much time as I want.
all right. Well,
It ain't gonna take
you
me
met a
s-
guy you like, and are you entertaining this guy? Are you okay? You're entertaining him, but you're saying to yourself, all right,
I like him.
I like him, but I'm not gonna pursue him. I'm not gonna let him know I want him to pursue. You're just gonna kind of give him a ride, see what he's about, and kind of see what.
I don't
where it
have to
goes.
let him know. You want to know when you make a move and I invite that move. That's how you know somebody likes you. That's anybody. Like there's not like a push and pull. Like with me, there's not a push and pull. There's just levels of how I like you, right? If like I said, if I show up, if when you call me, I pick up the phone because I be busy. Like if I make time for you, if I show up for you, and we are getting to know each other on that aspect, not like just a friend, because I show up for my friends, of course, but like if we establish that this, like, I like you romantically, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, if I go on a date with you, like we establish this as a date. You get what I'm saying? Like those things, and I actually go out with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? On a date, that shows that I'm interested.
Yeah, but you're making it seem like we wouldn't know. Somebody said it here. Moonwalker said it, like, and he's right. When a man knows you're interested or you like him, we know. We get it.
Right.
We know.
Right.
So, but you're making it seem like, well, I don't have to tell him. I'm not gonna tell
No,
him.
I'm talking about if I really, really like you. Like that takes me a while to figure out with me.
Oh.
I like you. Yes, I like you enough that I'm interested in. We're pursuing this. But as far as like, dang, I really like this person. I think that's anybody. Some people some people fall in love really, really quick.
Right.
I don't fall in love really, really quick, but I might become intrigued with you quickly. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, I like this. I want to know more about it. Like, I want to know more about him. Ooh, I'm interested in him. Ooh, I like that he does that. Ooh, I like that he does this. You get what I'm saying? You're going to feel that. I want you to feel that. I don't have to say it. You're going to feel it. So.
This was fun.
It was fun.
This is
because
great.
y'all always keep turning this, because everybody want to
Nah,
know about
it-
Georgie.
no,
and y'all
no,
still
you-
don't know
You
about me.
made the pivot, though, to be fair. You made the pivot about your dating and that what you prefer and you hate dating. And so, to be fair, they didn't do it. They did. They were some out there.
Mo said Georgie is love out here. Don't shut down.
Yeah,
on us.
like,
I'm
let
not
him know,
shut down.
Mo, like-
Let me nah, Mo. I'm about to give up, yo. Like I'm about to give up on love. Really, like I'm really about to give up. I feel like there's just, I don't know. It's me. I'm broken.
It's not you.
It's me. I'm broken.
It's not, yo. I don't think it's you. I just think
I
that,
feel like
you
it's
know.
broken. I find people who just think I'm a certain type of way, and then I'm not that type of way, and then it's like, oh, she's really a little like love bug, and then it just becomes a whole different situation.
No,
I'm
listen,
really I'm really soft on the inside.
I feel like you need like incense burning.
See,
you like
here
you
go
don't
another one.
you don't want to watch movies. You want to read books together, like at the same time. Like here, you take this page. Now you read this page.
Oh,
like,
I do like guys
You
who
see
read
what I'm
books though.
Like,
That's mad cute. You read this page.
Yeah,
You read this page. No,
Read
but
it out loud.
I'm an intellectual, so like I like to be
dang, let's hope you
taught.
don't mean a nigga who stutters.
Tell me something. I swear, like I had posted a snippet from Live from 19 Keys yesterday. He was explaining like the 50-50 thing or whatever. But the way he was explaining it, it was like I would just, if he was in front of me, I'll just be sitting there like this, just listening to him, because he made so much sense. And it's like, you want a woman to listen to you or something like that without feeling offended, like a woman who actually understands and like understands the place that you're coming from. He was talking about masculinity and femininity and all this stuff, and I was just sitting there listening. I'm like, if he was in front of me, I'd be mad quiet, just sitting there listening to him talk.
So you want a nigga like Shazza? That's who you want. That's who you want. You want a nigga with long ass braids. I mean, long ass
No,
dreads.
it's not a. See, it's not about that. But my thing is, if you got something that, if you know something that I don't know, and you can teach it to me, like, that's attractive to me. I love that. Like, I'm a student and a teacher. I can teach you something. You could teach me something. You get what I'm saying? So yes, I'm intrigued. I'm an intellectual. Like, I like conversations. I like to know about things. I want to talk about everything under the sun. Everything.
All right, man.
Georgie too analytical. I can't help it. I just said I'm a Libra.
But you admit that you do it.
I am very analytical.
Very much so.
But
yes.
a person who is for me will understand that I'm very analytical and be like, relax, like, just chill out. Everything's gonna be okay. Like, just chill out. Don't overthink it. I need somebody who just gonna be like, don't worry about it, sweetheart. I got you.
We got it.
We got it. I got it. Like, I need to feel safe. I need to feel like I could be in a passenger seat. And I don't have to tell you, make a left here. No, make a right. Like, you got this. And I feel like I need to feel comfortable enough to fall asleep in the passenger seat.
Yeah, I don't know. That's very tough. I don't know if you could get to that level, but hopefully one day you find that one person and you can make it happen. Yeah, she's the type, if you read poetry to her, that turns her on. You know what I'm saying?
Write me a poem.
Yeah, like, beautiful black queen. Like, you into that Love Jones shit. Like, for real. You need a saxophone
Beautiful
player
black
behind you and shit.
queen.
Beautiful black queen. How are you feeling?
Your soul will match the love language soon, Georgie. I told y'all I'm giving up on love.
What's your love language again?
Quality time.
Quality of time. Mm-hmm. A good book. Yeah, that's
actually music is the key to my soul. You just gotta know the right music. You just gotta know my rhythm. That's really what it is.
Rappers.
I'm a rhythmic person. You just gotta know my rhythm. I'm not hard to please, but I'm specific, and people don't understand that. Like, I'm not the average. Oh, you could do this. I could take her to dinner. I could do this, and I got her. Like, no, it's the little things that count with me.
If you say so.
But I'm also, I could be an angel, or I could be the devil. So if I'm the devil, it's because you think you could play with me, and you can't play with me, and then it becomes chess. You know how I am about that. So now it becomes a whole strategy, whatever, because I feel like you trying to play with me like I'm pussy, and I'm not pussy.
See, that's the
and I'm gonna do it with a smile too.
You gotta make up your mind. Either.
No, I don't have to make up my mind.
You see what I'm saying?
You just gotta be you gotta be honest and transparent with me, and you gotta, like, you don't play with me, cause I'm not gonna play with you. Don't play with me. It's that simple. People complicate things cause y'all wanna play. I'm not playing with you.
She be ready to fight on the instant, yo. For real.
Somebody said now we getting somewhere. Whole
That's it is, because it is. It is. It's just a whole, like, yo,
right.
You know.
Don't play with me.
You need herbal tea. You need you like the rain.
You just need to know me.
You like the rain hitting the window. See, I know you, bro.
Rain.
See.
I love the rain.
You want to burn your incense. You wanna play Erykah Badu. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it.
Everybody
oh my God.
Them. Tell me, baby, can you
No.
stand the rain? Come on.
Yeah, people play around too much. I think people make things so complicated. Yeah, you gotta simplify.
Yes, people make things so complicated. I'm so simple.
You just admitted that you're not. You just admitted to saying you're analytical. So when you say somebody's analytical, they are far from simple. You are not simple. Like,
simple,
stop saying it.
Yet
stop saying that. Like, you
complicated.
do have to stop saying that. I'm simple. No, you're not.
I am.
Bro.
I'm not the person that, like, if you do something right, I'm going to be like, okay, he did something right. So, nah, there got to be something wrong. Let me search for something wrong. No, if you do something right, I'm going to take that. Like, I'm not a person that's going to make it difficult for you. Like, I'm not that person. Oh, he did this right, so let me see if he going to do this wrong. Like, no, I'm not looking for it. If you do something right, that's a point for you.
But once again, like I said, you are very much, Like, yeah, you like the Tupac of relationship. Like, yeah, like she's a contradiction, a walking contradiction.
Everybody's a contradiction.
Speak for yourself.
Nigga, please.
I am not a
Nigga, please stop it. Please stop.
We ain't talking about me.
Right now, we ain't talking about me. Everybody's a contradiction. When you grow, you might feel one way 1 minute, and then something changes your perspective, and now you don't feel that way anymore. You feel another way. That's contradicting yourself because you just said one thing. Something might have changed your mind. Everybody's a contradiction. The world is duality. You always gonna contradict something.
We do another card.
A person you like admits to cheating in every serious relationship they've had, but says they've changed. Is this a deal breaker?
Say it one more time.
A person you like admits to cheating in every serious relationship they've had, but says they've changed. Is this a deal breaker?
I'm not getting in a relationship with that person. They've cheated in every relationship they've been in, and yet they found me, and they're not gonna cheat on me.
I'm gonna tell you my toxic trait. One of my toxic traits.
Cheating? Oh my god.
No. Not cheating. I like to see how red the flag is gonna get sometimes.
That's.
If I like you.
That's toxic with a capital T. Like, that's crazy.
That's not toxic with a capital T. I just feel my logic behind it. Number one, I like you, and I just be thinking. I think as a Libra, we just look at the good in everybody. Like, we just look at the good things, even though we know the bad things are there. We don't ignore them. Like, we don't ignore them, but we just feel like there's good in everybody. But this would be a red flag for me, not a deal breaker. I might not even move forward with you. I'm just being honest. But I might be curious to see if you're telling the truth. You become an experiment.
So you don't know. Wait. So you're saying you might.
So like, if you be like, nah, every relationship I had, like I cheated or whatever, but I'm a changed person. I'm gonna be like, oh word, But at this point, I'm gonna be like, I ain't taking this nigga serious. Like, he cheated on like, what makes? I'm not special, but I might still entertain you, just a little bit.
It's not fair.
How that's not fair?
I think you should ask why.
I'm definitely gonna ask all those questions.
Well, why did he?
When I'm gonna know like, I want to know what your last relationship was like anyway, because I want to see how you gonna like answer those questions. So I want to know, you know what I mean? How will you like? What's your mannerisms when you talking about it? Are you just pointing fingers at your ex and your ex did this, your ex did that? Are you taking accountability? I'm also listening to what your ex said. Like, if you be like, nah, because my ex said I was this way and my ex said I was that way, because I believe those things. And my thing is, like, I remember one time I was talking to a guy and he was just like, nah, my ex said I was a narcissist and all this stuff. And I was just like, oh, okay. And I'll hit you with the, oh, okay, okay, all right. But now it's like that, because my thing is, why your ex said you was a narcissist. I'm a woman, so like, I'm not just, oh my God, she said this about you. No, I want to, like, now you got me curious to see why she called you a narcissist. And a lot of the times, when you telling me what your ex said about you or whatever, and you're telling me what your ex said about you, a lot of the times it's true.
So let's get back to that. You want to see how red the flag can get. So in doing that, that means you're entertaining this person now.
I want to see how far you're gonna go.
So he cheats on you, or
we ain't in a relationship. This is like a deal breaker or whatever. Like, if a person admits to cheating, but they ain't say whether they was in a relationship or not. We ain't in a relationship, because this is clearly getting to know somebody. If you admit that you cheated, and this is us asking questions. We ain't get to being in a relationship. Could I be in a relationship with a person like that?
Who's openly admitted to cheating in every prior
in
relationship?
Every situation? No, because you gonna cheat on me unless because quite honestly, I'm gonna think, oh, you cheated on everybody. I'm not exempt from that. But if I get with you, I'm probably gonna cheat on you. It's just gonna be a toxic situation because you already you're already telling me what type of person you are. And I'm not saying that people can't change, because they can change. But usually when you say it out loud, it's usually like when people be like, I'm a changed man. Bitch, you ain't changed. If you saying it out loud, like, you know what I mean? Change and all of that stuff is silent.
How hot has Georgie seen that flag get? how red, I guess.
How hot? How hot has Georgie seen the flag get?
Scorching,
Flaming.
flaming.
Flaming. But you know what? Because before, I'm like, I don't understand why, like, I be in
But you don't blame 'em.
friendships and everything. Like, friendships and everything. It's just like, why you, it takes me a while. And I read this, right, about Libras, right? And this is like a real good, like, Libra, like, site that I read it on. We see everything because we're analytical. Like, we see everything. We play stupid, you know what I mean? But we see everything. We can't move out of a situation if it's going to affect us emotionally. Like, I can't just up and be like, I'm done. Because I've learned the reality of it is I'm not done. If I'm telling you, like, I'm done, I'm like, when you telling somebody I'm done, I'm not doing this no more, and you telling them you're not done. Usually you're done in a good situation. Like, when, like, y'all had a good, like, they did you dirty, let's just say, like, they did you dirty or whatever, and then y'all having a good time, and you just have that eye moment, like, I don't want to do this no more. You usually don't feel that eye moment in the bad energy. You usually feel it in the good energy. Right? And it's usually, like I said, it's silent. It's like a moment that comes over you where you just be like, nah, I don't want this no more. It don't usually happen in the bad moment. Because you're acting out of temporary emotions right now. You're upset, you hurt, or whatever. You acting out of temporary emotions is really, like, once you subside that attachment feeling that you have towards that person, it's going to come into play, and you probably going to wind up being back. It might take a while, but you're probably going to wind up being back. But, yeah, I've seen.
How bad has it gotten? But you could only, if they told you from jump that this is what they do, or this has been their situation, or their
I
problem.
believe them.
Okay, no.
I'ma
But
believe you.
But you can't blame them for you waiting to see how hot it gets.
I blame myself for
okay.
being in that situation. But as far as, like, how red the flag is gonna get, a lot of the times when you let people get away with things, or when I say get away with things, it's like you either like you go back to normal, like, you know what I mean, you back to regularly scheduled programming with them, right? And that tells them that, oh, they're okay with this, regardless of whether you curse them out or whatever it is. You telling them, okay, I'm okay with this. So they tend to keep doing stuff more and more and more and more, right? And sometimes people don't see you see them. They think that you're like, oh, they're allowing me to do this, like, and they think that they're getting away with it. Meanwhile, you are just checking off a list, like, okay, you did that? All right, I'm gonna write that down. Oh, you did that? All right. And it's like they're getting more comfortable, and you're packing your bag every time. Now, like I said, with Libras, and I don't know if every Libra can attest to this, but when we have to be in a space where we don't feel nothing to move forward. And once we get to that space of not feeling nothing, there is nothing that you can do, because you gave us every amount of evidence that we needed to move forward. And a lot of people, they'll try to manipulate you into staying. Oh no, because it is, or they'll try to throw it on you or whatever it is. If the flag has gotten red, and I've come to a point where I made a decision because I have the whole list here. So there's nothing that you could say, there's nothing that you can do that's going to make me change my mind once I got to this point, because I gave you every opportunity to fix the situation or to redeem yourself, and you didn't. You kept going.
Right.
So now you're done. So there's no film. You could cry in front of me. You could, I mean, snot, everything. I might laugh. I ain't gonna feel nothing, because you've gotten me to this point where I feel nothing for you anymore. I might still care for you. I might still love you, but you're non-existent to me. You're not allowed in my energy, and I will never fuck with you again in the same way.
Security is everything. Yep. You need someone to protect you sometimes.
I don't need to allow somebody to protect me sometimes. Somebody needs to protect me.
And by the way, like,
And be real about it. Like you gonna feel it. Like the right person, you're gonna feel.
Um, like I'm not always gonna side with you. I think we've proven that in this show. Like we're not
Yeah,
always gonna. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
you be against me.
Um, I like how you said that. Yeah,
You be against me.
You be tripping sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is what this is about. Like just having an open forum and letting people have their thoughts out. And obviously, people have their certain perceptions about you. So
Yeah, it's like I always wind up talking about me because everybody
Yeah,
be
yeah,
asking me
yeah.
questions about me.
and it's funny because you were like,
I am a loving person, guys.
no, she's not.
I am a very loving person.
Not really.
I'm mad silly, first of all. Like, I'm mad silly. Extra silly. I'm goofy in real life.
When?
I'm super goofy. But you gotta, like I said, I gotta feel comfortable with you. Like, if anybody know, you see how me and my sisters are. We all crazy. Like, and my
Shout out
sisters
your
are
sisters,
mad
yo.
funny.
Shout out your sisters.
Like, I'm mad goofy, but I'm on whatever type of time that you on.
Hey, listen, and I'm seeing these comments. Yeah, trust. I mean, protection and trust has to be earned. I don't think sex needs to be earned. That's a difference. You're saying
But sex is a trust thing. Everybody doesn't view
Once
sex
again.
the same way. I do feel like sex needs to be earned. I mean, like I said, if it happens organically, it happens organically. But for you to just like that be the problem. Y'all be having sex with people, exchanging energies, and you don't even know who they are. You don't know them, and you just having sex with random people. Like, you don't know them. Then you
Right.
wonder why diseases and all of that is fucking around.
See, that's
Like,
what I'm
but at the end of the day, you sucking and fucking somebody that you don't know. That's what I mean about not even knowing bodies, and y'all just putting your mouths everywhere, praying to God that nothing happens. I swear to
what-
God, if
But okay, so all right. Before we get out of here, so even if when you so your two prior relationships. Now I'm not asking you for details. I'm just want specification or something. But sex with them would have to be earned. So even after it was declared you guys were in a relationship, you still felt like they needed to do certain things to earn sex from you.
That's different. Once the relationship is established,
Right.
no, it doesn't have to be earned. It was earned already. Like, we already established that.
Okay.
More than likely, we had sex already, but that initial
Did you-
situation, like the initial that first encounter had to be earned in some type of way, no matter whichever way it was, whether it got earned because you made me feel safe with you,
Right.
whether it got earned because we got comfortable with each other, whether it got earned because I felt like I knew enough about you. Regardless of what it was earned for you to get that. Once we established a relationship, you earned the relationship. I earned the relationship. You get what I'm saying? It's
Right.
a mutual effort here.
Did you ever withhold sex as punishment?
Yeah,
Oh,
but it didn't last. It didn't last. I was just like, oh, you want to act like
Once
that? Now you're not
again,
getting
sex is
nothing.
not- sex
You're
is
not
not a
getting
currency.
nothing. And then they seduced me, but I wanted them to.
oh, see what I'm saying? That's not how it works, man. It's
Yes,
not
that is how it works.
Oh, you don't-
Men withhold shit all the time.
Never dick.
Of course not.
Never dick.
Because that's what y'all leave
Never
with.
dick. Never.
Y'all so easy.
Oh, hell yeah.
Y'all so
100%.
easy. And the thing is, like, this is going left, but you be looking at situations where it's like guys be like, oh, women is like this, and like y'all point fingers at us. Y'all, a lot of y'all don't respect y'all bodies, and y'all don't respect yourselves because y'all not taught to. Not everybody, but a lot of y'all are. Y'all sit here and y'all let every woman touch on y'all. Y'all let women manipulate y'all. Y'all let women do all of these things, and it's like glorified. But then the minute a woman does something, it's like you point fingers or whatever it is, and it's like respect yourself, respect your body. I mean, I can't stop you from doing whatever past you got. That don't got nothing to do with me, but I do respect men who are very selective in who they touch. Like, I love that. Like, respect yourself. Like, you're not touching everybody. That means you got some morals and some values, and you know what I mean? Like, you care
That's a
about
fact.
yourself. Like, that is highly commendable, and that's
I hope you're
highly
not-
respected.
I hope you're not taking a shot at me right now.
I'm not taking a shot at you.
Because I don't think I just,
No. I'm not
the-
taking a shot at you. I'm just speaking in general.
I will hold out and make her mad. That goes both ways. I mean, yeah, I don't know if I'm as strong as that man. Maybe Dame is a good one.
Discipline. Let me tell you.
Discipline is a very strong trait.
Discipline is a strong trait, and it's a turn on. Confidence, not ego, because people confuse ego with confidence.
Right.
But confidence is a turn on. Knowing how to speak to a woman,
Right.
or knowing how to speak in different rooms, like that's a turn on. Education is like not education, but intellect is a turn on. Knowing how to spell is a turn on.
Oh, come on now. I mean, it's autocorrect right now. I mean, come on now.
But I'm just saying, there's just certain characters that being respectful, chivalry, like being a gentleman, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, and maybe that's my thing too, because I like charming men.
Yeah, but
And sometimes they're the big red flags.
Oh, that's a fact.
Like you'd be like, oh, you one of those, but damn, you know how to talk to me. Like, guys, you know how to talk to me, but you know, I like charm. Talk to me right, because some people come in, they think because I'm strong, they come in trying to dominate me, and then I gotta push back, and then that's stupid.
What's considered dominating?
Like you come in like, yo, chill, like won't you like be like you know what I mean?
Oh,
You
okay.
just, you know what I mean? You come in like, nah, I got this. Whoa, slow down. Like it's how you talk to me. But if you come in like, nah, relax, you know, look, relax, I got this. Like it's all about how you talk to me. You gotta talk to me right. Talk to me nice.
Yeah, ego and confidence could be misconstrued. I've been called.
You definitely got an ego.
I definitely have an ego. I don't think.
I mean, I have ego, so
everybody has an ego.
everybody has an
And I'm
ego, but
confident
some
as well.
people, like I say, some people are their egos, and some people use their egos. They're two
You don't think? But
different things.
I don't think with my confidence. I don't think it's a detriment. It's benefited me.
I think sometimes your confidence hides your insecurities.
I don't have many insecurities. I'm not very insecure about anything. I mean, you know. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. 100%.
Nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect.
Nobody's
Do I have
perfect.
my faults? 100%.
I have
But
my
I think I'm
faults.
different where I know my faults. Like,
What's your
saying?
fault?
I mean, I can not be good at communication. I think you can agree to that. I'm not great at communicating.
I hate it.
I know, yeah.
I
hear it.
absolutely
I hear it.
hate it.
I get the you think I'm pussy text, like, and then I'm like, oh Lord, here we go. My energy. Let me stop. Let me not go there. Yeah, I just think my communication sucks from time to time, but I'm also very busy. And I just I think I'm flirtatious by fault. I like how you're shaking your head like, Yeah, I think I'm flirtatious by fault.
You don't know how to turn it off.
I don't know how to turn it off sometimes.
You do not know
But
how to turn it off.
it's like, yo. But I don't ever cross the line though. Rarely do
True. This is true.
I do not cross the line.
This is true.
But all right, let's go. We gotta go.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Shout out to y'all, man. We really
Until
appreciate
next
it.
time, thank you for tuning in to my Georgie talk.
Yeah, we did like 2 hours and 40 minutes. That was fire.
Yep, it's all
That was
love.
dope.
Should be able to. I appreciate you guys.
Everybody say your goodbyes.
Yes, I shall
Enjoy
see
y'all
you
weekends.
again.
We have fun. Thank y'all so much, man. We appreciate y'all, man. And yes, we will be doing this again. Maybe we'll add some more aspects to this, but yeah, man, this was fun.
Yes, thank you. And I'm not saving this live, so until next time when I see y'all.
Oh, you're not saving this?
June, Mano is my bro. Yes, we're locked in. Make sure y'all tune in.
Can you finally answer Dame's question? Dame's been asking this
What
question.
is he asking?
He's been asking this question. See, this is why I asked. Does she try to be her man's mother or woman?
His woman. What are you talking about?
He's been trying to.
We have to get more. No. Do I try to be my man's mother? I ain't trying to be nobody's mother but my kid's mother. If I got to be your mother, that's a problem.
It's a huge problem.
But a lot of the times men want women to be their mother but not their mother. You want us to take care of you like your mother, but you don't want us to dictate to y'all.
They think you Pimp Martin. I want to be your mother, your father,
Your mother,
uncle.
your father, your aunt, your uncle, your
Can you do
your
it, baby?
auntie, your papi. But
Can
you
you
gotta
take it,
believe in me,
baby?
baby. You gotta believe that everything I do it for.
Can you take it, baby?
All right, don't start me.
Yeah, let's get because we'll be
But
here
no,
all day.
I ain't trying to be nobody's mother. Only my kids.
All right, man. Shout out to you.
All right.
We
All
had
right,
fun, man.
guys.
Be good.
We out.
Blessings.
We out.
Yo, don't forget to pray.
We out.